Okay, the UEFA Champions League, the arena of giants, a stage where history whispers and miracle screams. Night like this are just matches, their moment frozen in football eternity. Barcelona and Inter Milan both logged at 3-3 after a night of madness in Spain. Now in the shadow of the San Siro, it ends or begins. For Inter Milan, it's an unchanged 11. Inzaghi doubles down on trust for Barcelona. One shift, Eric Garcia in the starting 11 for the injured Kounde. A change forced by fate. Lautaro Martinez, the heartbeat of Inter Milan, ruthless, relentless, and Lamine Yamal, just 17, but carrying the weight of a generation. The UEFA Champions League is a night of magic, a night of surprise, a night where boys becomes a legend and legends becomes immortal. Tonight, one team's write their name in the Munich final. The other disappear into the mist of what could have been. And that night, tonight, we all sit in the studio around the world talking about this game between Inter Milan and Barcelona. It was really a madness in the first leg right there in Spain, where Barcelona and Inter Milan played out the 3-3. Are we going to witness another magic or crazy match tonight between these two sides at the San Siro Stadium, the home ground of Inter Milan? Yes, it's started already, and my name is Ade Michelle. I'll be your host for tonight's watch along on Premier Sports Fan Center for the next 90 minutes, or probably shifts or goes into extra time and possible penalty to decide who, at the end of the day, ends victorious in this one between the home side Inter Milan, or is it going to be the away side Barcelona, who was donning their lemon jersey tonight against this Inter Milan side, who are playing in their home attire, the blue striped shirts and the black trousers in this one. So who is going to win this, or who is going to go straight into Munich for the final of the 2024-2025 UEFA Champions League? The defending champions Real Madrid are out already, so we are going to have a new champion come end of this UEFA Champions League, and the game has kick-started already, straight into the 3rd minute. Let's wait and see if we are going to see the first drama in this, like we saw in Spain when Inter Milan broke the first drew the first blood in that encounter through Marcus Thuram in the opening 10 minutes. And tonight, let's see how Barcelona find their way and maneuver their way against this stubborn-hearted Inter Milan in this early stages of this encounter. Both sides are still sizing each other off, and it's a throwing there to Inter Milan, and it's that man who really threatened them the other day. Dumfries, he'll be looking to get some goals tonight, also scoring 2 goals against Barcelona in the first leg in Barcelona. He was named the man of the match in that encounter, a well-deserved one for him, scoring 2 goals and assisting one in the process of that encounter, and getting his side 3-3 needed draw, an advantage coming into this game. But the advantage is a short-lived one this time around, because there is no away goal rule anymore. So you have to play it all, on a neutral level. So it's just like coming back here, and both teams are settled on a neutral ground, playing a 0-0 or a draw. So it's coming into this game. None of them has an advantage in this encounter, except for probably Inter Milan, who has a little bit advantage playing at home in front of their own crowd. Barcelona holding on to possession, enjoying it this time around, and Eric Garcia will go straight to the man of the moment, Lamine Yamal, who has taken on DeMarco, just like we saw in the first leg. And this time around, DeMarco got hit through his leg, and it's going to be a free kick to Barcelona. So it's going to be another big night for DeMarco, trying to handle what's he called, Lamine Yamal, the 17 years old prodigy who has no respect for anybody when it comes to being on the field of football and the ball at his feet. It takes no adults at all. Just take it and dribble his way through the rank and the flank of players he sees on the pitch. Looking at this account, it's going to be a free kick to Barcelona right there in the 4th minute, and the central referee says that might have been too early to dish out a yellow card in this encounter. Barcelona in possession of the ball, and it's going to be a throw into Barcelona there. Gerard Martin trying to keep that in play, but while trying to do that, wins Barcelona a throw-in. So it's going to be a throw-in right there in the 5th minute for FC Barcelona. Barella, all eyes will be on that man. Also, Marshall in the midfield for Inter Milan, trying to quickly take in there and straight into the path of Inigo Martinez. Returns it back to Martin. Martin looks forward into the midfield, finds Pedri, and Barcelona will look to attack right now. A chance for Barcelona to find the first shot on target in this encounter. Returns it onto the wing there. There's a Barcelona side into the middle there, but straight in Soma to the rescue for Inter Milan. Yeah, the referee says advantage. Play on says that was a fair challenge against Barcelona. And here's Lamine Yamal on the ball as Bastoni to beat a cut inward with the ball. He crossed into the box there, but that came too early. Rafinha couldn't get hold of that for Barcelona. And starting almost the same way we saw the first leg, Barcelona, taking the pressure up to Inter Milan and making it hard for them to settle into this encounter in the early stages. So it's going to be a goal kick there to Inter Milan against Barcelona right there in the 5th minute. DiMarco with the ball there, looks in what they finds them. Mkhitaryan who drops it back for DiMarco. DiMarco will run straight into the Barcelona half with the ball for Inter Milan and tries to drop one through for Thuram, but easily cut off there. But the referee says that was an infringement against the Inter Milan defender, and it's going to be a free kick. It's really going to be a big battle tonight because there's no Jules Koundé. So Eric Garcia has to do a lot of running, defending against this strong girl DiMarco, who is adjudged as one of the best full backs in the world of football. So it's a free kick to Inter Milan in the 6th minute of this encounter. Let's see what they make out of this. Here is Bastoni, who is standing on this, donning the jersey number 95 for Inter Milan, and he'll be taking this free kick for the Inter Milan side. Yes, he's playing as a left centre back for Inter Milan in this encounter, and returns it back and finds his centre back Pierre Akabi, and Akabi with the ball there goes out wide and finds Bisech. Bisech returns the ball back to the goalkeeper Jan Sommer, who had a fantastic first leg game against Barcelona in Spain. Yes, Bastoni with the ball there, comes forward with the ball for Inter Milan, but chose to go back and holds it, returns back to his teammate there. Yes, Barcelona, Inter Milan trading passes from left to right in this encounter. He has a chance for them to attack, but Dumfries couldn't get hold of that, so it's going to be a throw into Barcelona in the 7th minute. Going straight to the starting 11, we start with the home side. It's an unchanged 11 for Inter Milan tonight. And Sommer is the goalkeeper, a back three of Bisech, Akebi, and Bastoni. The midfield is the midfield 5, DiMarco, Mkhitaryan, Çalhanoğlu, Barella, and Dumfries. And up front is 2 strikers, Thuram, what we saw in the first leg, gave a good account of himself, and Lautaro Martinez, who was forced out of that game through injury. He played the first 45 minutes but couldn't return for the second 45 minutes in that encounter. But against all odds, yeah, he's starting tonight for Inter Milan against Barcelona. So for Barcelona starting 11, we have Szczesny as the goalkeeper, a back four of Eric Garcia, Pau Kubasi, Inigo Martinez, and Gerard Martin. In midfield, we have the normal midfield guys. Yes, the captain, standing captain tonight, Frankie de Jong and Pedri, playing on the pivot position. Up front is Yamil Lamar, Dani Olmo, and Rafinha, while Loma striker Ferran Torres starts for Barcelona tonight in what is going to be a big battle. Robert Lewandowski is back, but only back and good enough for this bench, not really able to start this encounter. So there's experience up front that they Barcelona can call up to in the second half of this encounter. So as it started, game we're straight into the 8th minute. It's Barcelona who are dominating and dictating the flow and tempo of this encounter in the early stages. Szczesny will hold on to the ball for Barcelona. He was beaten twice in the first leg and finds Pau Kubasi, the 18 years old Spain international, finds Eric Garcia. Eric Garcia looks in what fouls Ferran Torres, who drops it straight for Lamine Yamal. Lamine Yamal in between 2 men there and running straight with the ball there. What a big run from the young player there. Bastoni caught that shot, and Inter Milan will have to do a lot of defending on this 70 years old prodigy, who has been adjudged that probably, should Barcelona goes on to win the La Liga and UEFA Champions League, he'll be a strong candidate to be named the Ballon d'Or winner and probably push also for the FIFA World Best Player at the age of 17. Who would have thought of that? Even Lionel Messi, the greatness started probably at the age of 19, 20 years old. But here we have Lamine Yamal taking the world at storm at the age of 17. Yes, Barcelona in possession of the ball, attacking against Inter Milan. Here might just be a chance for the first shot on target in this encounter. Rafinha with the ball there. We saw a beautiful shot from him in the first leg, but this time around, the Inter Milan are blocking the line against the Barcelona forward. The Inter Milan with the ball in the middle of the park. Yes, straight into the path of Dumfries. Will Dumfries be able to take a run against Gerard Martin? Beat Gerard Martin to the ball there. The chance for a cross into the box, and it's still with the ball there. And yes, Dumfries with the ball beats Gerard Martin out of that. Here might just be a chance for a first goal. He should be taking that shot, for Christ's sake. But it took too many touches there and straight into the hands of the goalkeeper of Barcelona. I'm talking about Szczesny. Look at that battle. And here was what Barcelona fans have been complaining about Gerard Martin. He looks like it's too soft to be playing in the defense of Barcelona. But how is he going to cope tonight against the full strength of Dumfries and Bisech and also Lautaro Martinez, all running across him on that wing? It's really going to be a big battle for them tonight. It's going to be throwing to Barcelona at the 10th minute of this encounter. And right there is Lamine Yamal, who is holding the ball and takes the throw-in for Barcelona. And that is a rare one to see, a winger taking the throw-in, but he wants the fast play for Barcelona. And Barcelona will attack with the ball right now in the middle of the park there. And sends it straight, but lost possession there. Is Mkhitaryan with the ball, drops it for Çalhanoğlu. And he has a chance for Inter Milan to attack with the ball. So Çalhanoğlu on the ball there, lost possession. Bisech to the rescue. And Barcelona still gradually, they are dictating the flow of play in this game. Inter Milan is still struggling, just like we saw in the game against Barcelona at the first leg. But one thing is always certain about Inter Milan. Yes, they might not be a side that play a lot of possessive football, but each time they come out to attack, yes, they are so potent at the front of goal. Yes, in Barcelona in possession of the ball right now. Gerard Martin, we've seen one or two against him in this encounter, and the crossfield there almost losing possession, but straight into the part of Eric Garcia, who attacked for Barcelona, drops it to Lamine Yamal, and Lamine Yamal has the Marco to beat right now. Who he has seen his back twice in this encounter. I think the early stages of this game, just 10 minutes into it, and the Marco and Lamine Yamal are in a big battle already in this encounter. And we'll see how this game goes. The goalkeeper Jan Suma with the ball there and drops it into the defense, and Barcelona attacking. Inter Milan attacking right now with the ball. And what will they make out of that? Drops it back into the defense there, finds his teammate as they look to take one against Barcelona, straight into the midfield and going back, and it's going to be a throw in there to Barcelona. Early stages of this encounter, 12 minutes into this game. Barcelona 0, Inter Milan 0. Who is going to get this? Lamine Yamal. All eyes will be on that young man tonight. Look at a beautiful run from him. We would always think 17 years old. And you can see what it means to the Barcelona player there. Giving him a thumb up there, that yes, that was a beautiful piece of skill from Lamine Yamal. Trying to Barcelona, Gerard Martin on the ball there, takes one so early there. And Inigo Martinez will come to the rescue for Barcelona. Sends it straight into the Inter Milan half. And straight to the goalkeeper, Jan Soma. Soma with the ball for Inter Milan. And still holds on to it, sends a long one into the midfield. Tries to play in Bisech, but Barcelona gets hold of that. Pedro in the middle of the ball there. Drops it straight into the part of his teammates. Barcelona coming forward to attack against Inter Milan right now, but it's going to be an infringement against Inter Milan, as Rafinha was infringed there, and it's going to be a free kick. Or it's a throw-in to Barcelona right there in the 30th minute. They've settled into this game very early, and they've settled into this game very well. Playing like they are currently playing on their own turf. We are yet to see much from Inter Milan when it comes to attacking, so it has really looked like a one-sided affair. But it's not just like that. Yes, I remember that game between Chelsea and Liverpool on Sunday. Liverpool dominated play, but Chelsea won the game. So it's always about scoring goals in a game of football. Barcelona needs or have to turn dominance into goals in this encounter. And yes, Inter Milan regaining possession, looking to attack. Lautaro Martinez with the ball there, turning beautiful there in the middle of the park, drops it straight to Marcos Thuram. This should be an offside. And at the end of the day, how did he lose that? Even there's an offside call, but you shouldn't be losing 1-1 like that with the goalkeeper. Too many touch or too many indecision making there from the French international. Don't even know which one should do. Should I be going for the kick or should I be rounding off the goalkeeper? Tries to round off Szczesny there, but Szczesny says not tonight after conceding that beautiful goal to him in the first leg. Yes, Barcelona in possession of the ball, attacking against Inter Milan. What would they make out of this? Frankie de Jong in the middle of the park with the ball there, with the captain band in his hands, holds onto the ball for Barcelona, looks inward and finds another midfield Marshall there with the ball there. Pedro going forward with the ball for Barcelona, tries to tee a pass with Gerard Martin, but Inter Milan will allow that to roll out for a throw-in in the 14th minute of this game. And the game is fast blowing up in this one. And I really want to see an attack from Inter Milan in this game. It has really looked a one-sided affair in the first 14 minutes of this game. And you can see the Inter Milan manager there, Simon Inzaghi, will also be looking to add the UEFA Champions League to his rich CV as a football manager. Barcelona in possession of the ball, comes in forward right there. And yeah, it's still Barcelona in possession. What would they make out of that? Returns it back and finds Pau Kibasi, who goes back and finds Eric Garcia with the ball there. Garcia looks inward to take advantage of that loophole in the middle of Inter Milan. But Inter Milan are quick to win possession back. Back to Jan Soma. Soma with the ball there. Went straight into the middle of the park. And yes, Barcelona attacking right there. And Inter Milan doing all the defenders. That should be no. The referee allows players to continue. Says that one's an offside call against the Barcelona player. Still Barcelona in possession of the ball. Lamine Yamal, you always want to see him in possession of the ball. This time around, went around on the defender, but straight into the hands of Jan Sommer, and it's going to be advantage Inter Milan now. Look at how many people, how many players are rounding up on this 17 years old Spain international. Don't forget the first leg of this encounter. It made 100 appearance for Barcelona. That marked this 100 appearance for Barcelona's senior team. Yes, Inter Milan, Di Marco going forward, but Chesney out there off his line to the rescue for Barcelona. Sends it back into the Inter Milan half, and Bastoni on the ball there. And while we are just utilizing about the Barcelona young prodigy Lamine Yamal, the Doc walked in his Barcelona jersey. Good evening, the Doc.
Good evening, and thanks for having me. Good evening, viewers. Good evening, fans all over the world. This is Premier Sports Fan Center, relaying the UEFA Champions League and watching talking sport live and discussing it. So I'm glad to be here. Shegun, thanks for holding for. I've been hearing this from all the way, and I'm so enjoying it. It was like I was in the studio watching the match live. Well done. So as it looks like you can see that Barca is already preparing to win this match, and I believe it will end that way. We'll win the match, and we'll go away with the
great 60 minutes we've seen from Barcelona. Totally dominance in the first 50 minutes of this encounter, and the ball possession is also showing that, because Barcelona currently having 67% of ball possession, while the home side, whoever has thought will come to their home stadium, and come out to play against Barcelona, are having just 33% of ball possession.
Yeah, but we all know that Inter doesn't do much of possession football. They try and get the ball in a counter run, try possess the midfield. Ordinarily, we'll expect them to fill up the midfield, but they're not doing a lot of that. They're moving the ball directly from the back line to the front line, looking for windows and opportunities in the back line of Barcelona, and trying to break through the high line of Barca as well. And we know how this works for them in the first leg. And as they say, you don't change a winning formation. So if it worked for them in the first leg, they want to run it again. So the ball goes directly from the back line, and then they send a longish one or a through passing, and then somebody score plays, and they try to find Chesney off guard. And that's what they did the first leg to get all the 3 goals. They got even one more, which was ruled off. So they want to run it again that way, and I don't see anything wrong with that. But it depends on how Barca reacts to that.
Okay, yes, that depends on how Barcelona reacts to the attack of Inter Milan in this encounter. One name who is missing tonight has to be Jules Koundé. Eric Garcia replaces him tonight. How big of a miss will Jules Koundé be to this Barcelona side?
Yeah, Jules Koundé, we know he's a defense leader. Though he plays from the right, he's a leader in the team. He actually organizes and orchestrates the attack most of the time. Mostly, Barca plays from the right because of Lamine Yamal. About 60-70% of Barca balls go through the right flank, and they come from Jules Koundé and the middleman, Pedri, or the ball holder, defense, De Jong. So as it is, Jules Koundé has played virtually, in fact, he's played all matches for Barca until the last injury during the Inter match, and that's the first time he will have an injury in this season for Barca. He's been the only player that has not missed any minute of the games that Barca played all season. So the team has depended so much on him, but injuries will come in at a point you're not expecting, and most of the time it's wear and tear. His own was a muscle injury, it was a hamstrings injury. Nobody made any impact with him. It was just a muscular strain which kept him off. And so the Barca team will miss him, definitely. Eric Garcia is not used to playing from the right flank, but we'll have to fill in the space somehow, because we can't leave it vacant, and then we need a strong leg in that region as well to stop the attack of Inter Milan from moving forward. And Hector Fort is not up to it yet. You can't bring such a young lad without experience, especially Champions League experience, into such an affair, semi-finals of Champions League. So we're looking at who goes through to the final of Champions League, and this is a decisive match. So Barca has to give in their best for it. So Eric Garcia is the best they have, excuse me, in that position.
Yes, where Inter Milan looks always threatening, like we saw in the first leg, with a skill from set pieces. Di Marco with the ball there, as his tormentor in chief with the ball. Lamine Yamal, the skinny guy, winning the ball off Di Marco. And right now, Di Marco is going from attacking to defending against Lamine Yamal, who drops it for Pedri in the middle of the park. Barcelona trying to switch wings, but lost that into the hands of Bisech there. Bisech will come forward with the ball for Inter Milan. Still holds on to the ball, finds Dumfries. Dumfries returns to Bisech. But good defensive work there from the Barcelona defender. But it's going to be a throw-in to Inter Milan against Barcelona. We've seen 20 minutes of action right there at the San Siro. But still 0-0 in this encounter. No early goals like we saw in that one in Barcelona. Yes, we saw 2 early goals from Inter Milan. They went 2-0 up in that game.
Yeah,
and Barcelona came back in that one and finally forced out a draw.
That's because the Barca team was not prepared enough for what Inter was bringing to the table. Inter came in with a flank football, square play, and let the strikers run in. And they got that opportunity. They utilized it. Unfortunately, the defense was poor. Gerard Martin was the weak link in that team and was playing from the left flank. And the Young also made some blunders in defense, allowing the midfielder to go through and make the square play, which is.
There's a chance for Inter Milan, but Chesney with an important save for Barcelona there.
That was a beautiful
big save there. What a shot there from Barella in the middle of the park. Look at how he took that into the box there. The shot there, Chesney with his experience got good hold of that. Barella tested the goalkeeper in the 20th minute of this encounter. Inter Milan gradually fast coming into this encounter right now. But let's see how long they can control this one. Just very chance for the first goal. And yeah, it's Barcelona. It should be. And that is the first goal. Lautaro Martinez was missing in the first leg. But this time around, he's in action against Barcelona. And has pulled out into the back of the net for the first goal at the San Siro in the return leg. Inter Milan, just like they did in the first leg, have broken the deadlock as the first team in this one. Also, Lautaro Martinez putting that what a 1-2 between him and his forward line there. I'm talking about Marcus Rashford, who dropped that straight into the path of Lautaro Martinez. I complained about this eye line defending from Barcelona in the first leg. Also, that was Dumfries, not Marcus Rashford. A beautiful goal, beautiful tapping there from Lautaro Martinez in the lead, just like the first leg. Also, against Lord, they are not really playing anything, but once they attack, they are looking dangerous.
Yeah, because blunders actually give the opponents opportunities. Okay, look at the blunder made by the Barca midfielder. I'm sure the spotlight is going to come on him. It's either De Jong there or Fermin Lopez. Is Fermin Lopez in this match? Okay, is either De Jong or Pedri. Somebody controlled the ball right into the hands of the opponent, right in front of your back line. What do you expect? The opponent is going to explore your weak link and just throw a throw pass. And that's what happened. That's exactly what happened the first leg too. When you get the ball and you get it into the path of your opponent, and this is a strong side. Inter is a strong side. They have physically built players who are trained to withhold plays, during game movement. So they are not interested in the flair. They are more interested in the physicality of holding the ball, marking their opponents, and they got the ball from him. And just one pass from Dumfries, and Dumfries freed himself off and gave it to Lautaro. But that's how it starts. Let's see how Barca responds.
Yeah, the responding is what we would like to say from Barcelona right now. How they respond is very much important in this encounter, because at the 22nd minute, it's Barcelona who has gone into the back of this.
And I think it was De Jong that made that mistake. De Jong has a way of holding play and losing ball in that region.
And Barcelona will look to attack with the ball. Lamine Yamal into the box there, but has about 3 to 4 turbulent on him, players on him there, and the Marco is really going to be a big battle between both of them. Oh, that should have been a foul, but the referee allowed advantage of Lamine Yamal and went on to get a shot out of that. Look at how they caged him, about 4 Inter Milan players around him. But let's see how they finally come out of this one. Will it be Inter Milan getting the second goal, or Barcelona equalizing, or will this script be written just the same way it was written in Barcelona in the first leg? And yes, Barcelona doing a lot of defending right now. And yeah, in the middle of the park is the captain, De Jong, moving forward with the ball for Barcelona and drops it straight onto the wing where he finds Rafinha. Rafinha going up against Bisech, but chose to go back into the middle of the park and finds Pedro with the ball there. What would Barcelona make out of that? And still Barcelona in possession. Returns it to Inigo Martinez. Martinez looking forward and finds his teammates. Yes, Barcelona attacking. Drops it straight into the part of another Barcelona player, Pedri there. Barcelona attacking right here. And straight into the part of Eric Garcia who finds Lamine Yamal. Lamine Yamal has two players on him, DiMarco and Bastoni, and finds a way to maneuver across into the box. And here's a chance for Barcelona. Pedri with the ball finds Eric Garcia. Eric Garcia drops it for Pedri in the box. Here might just be a chance for Barcelona. Still Pedri in possession and straight. Oh, still, but that will go into the back of the net. Still doesn't do it. And you can see the Barcelona players asking for an handball there, but the referee says he's not having any of that. He says that was a fair one. Let's see that again. I think that was probably a ball to hand. That's Femi Lopez, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Dani Olmo in that position. But even Dani Olmo should be doing better there.
Well, you will expect him to do better, but he didn't do better. Let's hope they will look at it.
I think VR. So let's see what VR decision will be. They are interested in that handball by Barella in the box of that Pedri shot there. But I think it's not going to. It might not be given because that looks like a close call. Let's see that again. His hand was in natural position.
I think so too.
So I think yes, the players, the referees, VRs confirmed that is not going to be a penalty as Barella's hands was in a natural position. So play has to restart via a goal kick to Inter Milan, who are currently leading 1-0 in this one. We are straight into the 26th minute of the second counter as Barcelona trailing 1-0 from dominating play to conceding goals, and you have to stage whereby you have to always take your chances.
Yeah, that's what happens when you don't get through with your chances. And even if you get through with your chances, the opponents can still score back. So the game is never decided until the end of it. You have to wait until the blow of the final whistle before we can decide who wins or who goes through or who doesn't. Games are played for 90 minutes plus extra, and we have to just keep watching. We've seen so many games played like this. People come in, score first, and then they end up losing very marginally too, or very well. So however you do it, Barca has played better than Inter. They have attacked better. They have taken shots at the goal, and the keeper saved one or two of them. They've even got some near ones that nearly went in and didn't go in. So they will keep on trying. If you don't make the attempts, like they say, if you don't break the egg, you can't make an omelette.
So that's about the goals in a game of football like this in the semi-final of the UEFA Champions League, where tonight one of these two teams has to book a spot into the final at Munich. Here's Lamine Yamal with the ball, as Bastoni and DiMarco on him again there, and chose a pass into the middle, but Inter Milan will go out of that, but Barcelona regains possession. Here's a chance for Pedri, drops it inward, tries to tease in Lamine Yamal, but DiMarco to the rescue for Inter Milan. A long one there from DiMarco. Inter Milan will look to eat out on the counter. And here's Dumfries with the ball there, drops it straight and trying to play in Lautaro Martinez. But the Barcelona midfielder there trying not to make a mistake, and this time around clears it halfway for Barcelona. Lamine Yamal with the ball there, plays it straight into the part of his teammate. Here might just be a chance for Barcelona. Will they take full advantage of this and into the box there and take one too many touch there from Dani Olmo. He should be taking that shot as early as possible.
Even if he wasn't going to take the shot as early as possible, that wasn't the best option to use. At that point in time, he could go closer, he could commit the defenders, he could actually toy with the ball in the 18, and the ball went off the defender, but I guess the referee didn't see that.
It should be a corner kick to Barcelona right there in the 28th minute. A chance for Barcelona to take advantage of one from the corner kick. Let's see if they can take full advantage of a set piece duty situation in this encounter. We have Ferran Torres on the box there. I asked myself the question, why is Lewandowski not starting this game? Because they really need the experience and prolificness of Lewandowski up front in this encounter. But let's see how they manage this one. Into the box there, easily defended there by the Barcelona Inter Milan defender. Sorry, it's going to be a throw into Barcelona. Dani Olmo waiting for the throw in there. And you can see Simeon Inzaghi on our screen there. Looking, still being, looking scared, even though when they are leading at 1-0 in the second half. We're straight into the 29th minute of the second half. Pedri dictating the tempo of the play in the middle of the park, holds onto the ball, returns it back to Gerard Martin, his teammate, who returns it back to him there. Pedri with the ball there for Barcelona, comes inward into the middle of the park, looking for Wu to channel the pass into his path. And yes, still Barcelona in possession. Dani Olmo almost losing that in the middle of the park, still holds on to the ball for Barcelona.
That's De Jong. That's
De Jong, sorry.
He lost the first ball, and he was almost losing that again.
Yeah, he was almost losing that. Here's Barcelona attacking. Here's Rafinha with the ball. What will he make out of that? Returns to the middle, finds Pedri. Pedri looks in water. Is this Pedri with the ball here? And a beautiful shot here from Pedri, but this time around not going to threaten the goalkeeper. And it's going to be a goal kick to Inter Milan. We've seen half an hour of football played at the Inter Milan San Siro Stadium. And Inter Milan are currently leading 1-0 in a game they've not really dominated. Probably will say that yes, Barcelona are unlucky to have conceded that goal to Lautaro Martinez in the 21st minute. But that is how Inter Milan knows how to hurt you. They are not interested in playing creativity football. They just want to go all out and eat you on the counter and hurt you when it matters most. But let's see how Barcelona respond in this one. Ferran Torres with the ball there. Couldn't hold on to that. And Bisech almost killed that. It was his defenders coming, his teammates coming to his rescue there. Here's Inter Milan with the ball, finally lost possession, and here's Rafinha against Bisech. A chance for Barcelona to attack. Good defensive work there from Barella, and it's going to be a corner kick out to Barcelona. Oh, that was Barella who lost the ball. Bastoni to the rescue there. And it's going to be a corner kick out to Barcelona right there. And Ferran Torres feeling like yes, he got a chance. If that had come to him, probably it would have been the equalizer for Barcelona. There's going to be a corner kick, sorry, right there in the 31st minute.
Yeah, so Lewandowski is not on the field because he just recovered from an injury, and the team thinks he's fit. Medically, he's been declared fit. But looking at him in training, he's not joined the game yet, so you don't want to introduce him at the start. He's definitely going to come in later as the game heats up, but maybe he should sit it out, let people burn out some adrenaline, and they may come in and take the spoils. Look at the young. I'm not pleased with what the young does when he's the last man. You are the last man, and you are playing around with the ball.
Yes, Barcelona trying to attack against Inter Milan. What will they make out of that? Some Rafinha with the ball there. Pure pass into the box there. Sona to the rescue for Inter Milan, but it's still Barcelona in the middle. Hold on to the ball there. What will they make out of this? And coming forward is Pedri with the ball for Barcelona. And Pedri holds onto it there, drops inward and finds Rafinha, who's playing playing in the free role for Barcelona today. And Rafinha back in possession of the ball. What will he make out of that? Drops it straight into the part of his teammate. Chance for Barcelona to send a cross into the box there. That is a low cross from Barcelona. Inter Milan now having a lot of bodies there to do that defensive work in that process. And it's going to be a throw-in to Inter Milan. Inigo Martinez having the last touch on the ball there. So it's going to be a throw into Inter Milan right there in the 32nd minute. And the boys are not in a hurry to restart play. Dumfries will be taking this throw-in for Inter Milan. 32 minutes gone in that encounter. Inter Milan are leading 1-0 against Barcelona in this encounter. Though it's Barcelona who has dominated play in this game. But they are trailing 1-0 away from home. And let's see how they respond to this one. They responded on tries against Inter Milan right there in Spain. Can they do it today in Italy? Only time will tell. And here's how the referee allowing plays. Oh, says that was allowing plays. Oh, offside call against Marcos Thuram, if I'm not mistaken there. Oh, he's throwing to Barcelona. And yeah, he's throwing to Barcelona, and Gerard Martin looking for who is in a better position to receive that, and looks in the long one into the middle of the park. Inter Milan regaining possession right there in the middle of the park. And yeah, he's the experienced Çalhanoğlu returns it back to the goalkeeper Jan Sommer. Sommer finds Bastoni. Bastoni with the ball for Inter Milan. Drops one into the part of Mkhitaryan. Mkhitaryan with the ball there for Inter Milan. Has on two Barcelona players to beat and tries and gets the runnings of Bastoni. Bastoni will attack for Inter Milan there. Good defensive work there from the Barcelona defender there. Barcelona attacking right now. What would they make out of this? They need to put this ball in motion as soon as possible. They look to be slow in transition.
I wonder why Dani Olmo had to turn in that position. Rafinha was in motion. Ferran Torres was in motion. They had only 3 defenders against 2 Barca attackers. I wonder why he had to do the turn. All he needed to do was put the defenders under pressure.
That beats. Oh, a chance for Barcelona.
Oh my God.
Ferran Torres being Ferran Torres. Couldn't put that into the back of net. And you can see the frustration on the face of Eric Garcia. He should be meeting that. How on it? I think that fell into the. He was actually sandwiched there by the Inter Milan defenders, and there was nothing much he could do there. But like that is one of the things I respect Lewandowski for.
Exactly.
He'll find a way to put that on target.
He will stretch his leg or head or body or something.
So it's going to be a good kick to Inter Milan there, and you can see the Inter Milan ultras right there, jubilating that they are currently leading against this Barcelona side. They are some minutes away from halftime. and that might just be halfway through to the final of the 2024-2025 UEFA Champions League. And talking about Inter Milan, they currently have the best defensive record in UEFA Champions League 2024-2025 season. So let's see if they'll be marching through to the final. Let's see if they won't concede against this stubborn, attacking-minded Barcelona side in this encounter. Barcelona with the ball there. What would they make out of that? And Lamine Yamal with the ball as DiMarco to beat and goes round DiMarco there. But DiMarco, infringing him there. The referee says that is a free kick against Inter Milan. Barcelona returns it back to the part of the goalkeeper, Szczesny. And Szczesny looks outward there, finds Inigo Martinez, if I'm not mistaken. Gerald Martin with the ball there, sends a long one. Bisec to the rescue for Inter Milan. Still holds onto the ball there. It's going to finally be a throw-in to Inter Milan right there in the 35th minute of this encounter. We are 10 minutes away from the halftime mark there. Barcelona still trying hard and digging it all out there to try and get the equalizer against this Inter Milan side. It's not looking like the first leg when they came back so early in that one. But let's see how it goes. There's still a lot of time to play in this one. Or will it be Inter Milan who will be doubling their lead in this encounter? Lautaro Martinez with the ball. Good hold-up play from the Inter striker and captain there, but finally losing it. And Barcelona will attack right now. There might just be a chance for Barcelona to find the equalizer. Lamine Yamal with the ball there. He finds himself in position. But Ferran Torres couldn't get onto that. And Lamine Yamal also couldn't get a shot from that. A good interchange, a good interplay there from the Barcelona midfielders. Pedri combining well with Lamine Yamal to put him in space for a shot on target, but he chose to drop a pass instead. But Ferran Torres was far from that pass dropped by Lamine Yamal, and that is going to roll out for a goal kick to Inter Milan. They keep on calling, they keep on asking the questions, but the answers is what has eluded Barcelona in this encounter. And let's see how they respond in that one. 36 minutes gone in this encounter, and they're still asking themselves the questions. What do we have to do to beat the stubborn Inter Milan defense? I think this is one injury Barcelona won't really want to see. Should go out injured in this game? Okay, started 7 minutes in that encounter. It's still Inter Milan leading 1-0. Got to that goal scored by the captain Lautaro Martinez right there in the 21st minute. Çalhanoğlu has seen a yellow card in this encounter for that foul on that Barcelona player. So the cards have started flowing in this encounter. Çalhanoğlu with the first one, the Turkish international. He's always a specialist in when it comes to set pieces, and it's going to be a goal kick to Inter Milan. Jan Sommer with the ball out of feet here, takes a long one into the middle of the park and into Barcelona's half of the pitch. As Barcelona will regain possession, Dumfries drops his around with the ball there. Yes, Inter Milan attacking there. Might just be a chance done. It's Dumfries there, but couldn't get across. And here is a goal scorer, Lautaro Martinez with another beautiful shot there, but went straight into the bodies of the Barcelona defenders. I don't really know why I'm interchanging both for each other in this game. And there's going to be a throw in there to Inter Milan against Barcelona. 38 minutes gone in this encounter. Here's that should be Dumfries here standing on his throwing duties for Inter Milan there. And we've seen 38 minutes of action right there at the San Siro. Throwing into the box, tries to play in. And here's a beautiful shot there. Well, that went off target and won't be going to the back of the net. Mkhitaryan with that shot against the goalkeeper. Look at that. That is a beautiful shot. The goalkeeper was out of place. If that had gone on target, probably would have been the second goal for Inter Milan.
Oh, well, if wishes were horses, beggars will ride. If all the Barca chances have gone into the net, Barca should be leading by like 5-0. So, well, chances will be taken. Some of them will go through, some will not make it through. And as it is, Inter still has the advantage of chance. There are few chances, one has been converted, and Barca is yet to convert any of theirs. And that's the way it sits. But as a Barca supporter, we are not disturbed at the moment. We will be disturbed if the scoreline remains like this at 90 minutes, not even at 80 minutes of the game. We have a very good trust in these boys. These boys have they've turned things around even at the last minute. You should remember what happened to Benfica when we played the last match in the qualifying rounds when Benfica was leading by 4-2 at the 78th minute, and the Barca will come back and do a 5-4 by the 96th minute. And that's the kind of Barca we're talking about. And Atletico Madrid leading the same Barca by 4-2 Yeah, by 4 goals to 2 at the 71st minute with Atletico Madrid with all their satanic blocks and defenders, and it's still considered and ended, and it ended at 4-all at the end of that game. Very soon the doors being knocked will open. The Bible records it that knock and it shall be open, seek and you will find, ask and you will receive. So Barca is knocking, it will be open. They are seeking goals, they will find it. And they're asking for to win this match, and they will get it. So it's just a matter of time and a little space.
Against 40 minutes into the
Wow,
second
what's
time,
that
we have a
speed?
chance
Look
to
at that
attack. It's
pace.
Marcus Thuram with the ball there. He has Lautaro in the box. What will he make at that? Tries and finally just, wasted that effort. But no, that's Dumfries, sorry. I don't know.
Yeah, but
That's
I
Dumfries.
think he spent
good pace for him there with him there.
he
But
spent
should be
all
doing
his
better there.
energy
Yeah,
on the run.
The run.
And by the time he got to the ball, he
Let's see
was
that
tired.
Lamy Yamal's claim. He was asking for a penalty in the air. Let's see if that was actually going to be a penalty. Oh,
It's a
he got the
foul.
ball or he got the leg. We don't really know.
It's a
VAR
foul.
studied that, so it's into Inter Milan in the 41st minute of this encounter. And Dumfries will be taking this responsibility of throwing that into the Barcelona's box. And Dumfries with a long throw tries to play in and gets it straight. Yeah, man, just bring a second goal. What a shot there from Inter Milan. Logu for the second time. Coming very close, but coming very close doesn't do it. It has to go into the back of the net, and he also should be doing better there. He was actually free, and he had every time to, finesse his shots there, but he went for power over placement there. The goalkeeper was rooted to his stand there.
Yeah.
Couldn't do anything about that. That went off.
That could have been the
goalpost,
second
and
goal
the
for
kick
Inter,
to
but
go to Barcelona.
they failed to score it, so they're losing their chances too. So Barca lost their chances, they are losing their chances too. Possession should be close to 30-70 right now, I'm guessing. And in terms of attack, I think they should be even. In terms of goals against goals on target and goals off target, I think we should be even. So this is a side that can match themselves shoulder to shoulder.
Looking to attack. Lautaro Martinez going free on goal here, but just very chance for a second. Good defensive work there from the Barcelona defender, Paul Yao. Oh, sorry, that was a Pau Kubasi. Yes, that was Pau Kubasi with the last dish. Save there for Barcelona to cut that. But I think Lautaro should also be doing better there. Cross will have been better to put a better player who was free on goal, just like we saw that combination for his own goal. He should have probably dropped a pass for his teammates and not be selfish in front of goal there. But yes, Barcelona will attack right now against Inter Milan right there in the 42nd minute of this game. And loading onto the ball. Looks like Lautaro is currently down and might not be coming up. Maybe just trying to force the referee's hand. So VAR might have a recheck on that tackle from Pau Kubasi. But I think that was a clean tackle from Pau Kubasi. We've seen him not once, not twice, going into these tackles and coming out, clean. And that's his one again. That is another clean one there. But there's a VAR check on that for a potential penalty, which I doubt will be given because he got the ball, not the leg, in that situation.
Yeah, well, we'll have to wait for VAR, and as it is, the referee's decision has not been so generous with Barca in this game, especially the tackles against Barca players in the 18, Barca players in, from the 18 and the likes of them. So I wouldn't be surprised if something comes out of the hat here. Barca made a protest
really
for a
That's really
penalty.
going to be a big call there for the referee. Well, let's see what VAR decisions be, and we're having the VAR talking to the referee, and they ask the referee to go to the monitor and have a view of that.
Yeah,
So yes, might likely be a penalty to Inter Milan. But let's see what they make out of this. But I think if that Lamy Yamal wasn't given as a penalty, then there's no point giving this Lautaro Martinez.
I think we've had
as a
two.
penalty.
We had two calls for
I think he
Barca.
got the ball. He got the ball, not the leg.
We
Or
had
he
two
got the
calls
leg and the
for
ball
Barca.
together. Let's see that again. Yes, it was the ball. He got his leg on the ball there. So I don't really think this is going to be a penalty against Inter Milan. The referee is not taking lots here. And since the penalty against Barcelona,
I told you.
unthinkable.
I told you.
I never thought that would be a penalty, but I was Lamy Yamal not giving us penalty, and you can see
Exactly, and that's a controversy in
I'm
football
really,
for
really
you.
getting mad here. So it's going to be a chance for Inter Milan to double their lead against Barcelona. Lautaro Martinez staying put to the floor has really given them the advantage. And yeah, they've gotten a penalty against Barcelona. Paul Kubasi's tackle, which I thought was clean, was judged to be a dirty one by the referee and the VAR. So
and Lamine Yamal on one occasion, and number two, the ball to hand in the 18 was not even considered. Do you understand? So these things happen in football, and then they make you ask questions, and you want to find out which side these referees are on, and why are they on that side. The same rules don't apply to the two opponents, and that is unfair in football.
Yes, Çalhanoğlu has been given the responsibility and saddled with the responsibility of getting the Inter Milan second goal. He'll go ahead against the Barcelona goalkeeper Szczesny there. And Çalhanoğlu is one man who is perfect from the set piece. Let's see how he goes from the box there.
Not seen any man perfect from set pieces.
Szczesny come back to. Here's it. And sends Szczesny the wrong way for Inter Milan's second goal. And the script is rewriting itself, just like we saw in the first leg. Inter Milan going to go up against Barcelona. And tonight at San Siro, they've also gone to go up against Barcelona. One from Lautaro Martinez and the second from Çalhanoğlu from the penalty spot. What we want to see right now is, can they actually defend and hold on to it and not concede two against this Barcelona side in this encounter. Barcelona has been doing all the playing, but Inter Milan has put the ball into the back of net twice. And at the 45th minute is Inter 2, Barcelona 0. What a night we are having.
Yeah, so that is what happens, especially. We have to query this refereeing. We have actually to query the officiating of this game. And it's not fair. Because Barca had made so many chances. They have made so many attempts. And they've been injured severally.
Unfortunately, you guys
there was a place Lamine Yamal was sandwiched within 3 players. And the ball was lost. It should have been brought back to a foul. Lamine was sandwiched. And he was physically marked, and it was very obvious in the replay. Referee was standing right behind him, and he made nothing of it, even when the young man complained. So you can't have this kind of officiating and expect a fair game. It is absolutely unfair. I trust Barca will go ahead and play this game, and I know they will come out and they will still fight this. But looking at what happened and the rest of them, I think it's absolutely unfair the way the officiating has been going on.
There's been a lot of controversies in this encounters. The game is fast turning into a controversial encounter between Barcelona and Inter Milan. And you see the Barcelona players questioning the Inter Milan players. Why have they gone to celebrate in front of the Barcelona's fans? And the game has restarted, and it's Barcelona who are now trailing 2 goals in this encounter. Can they stage a comeback like we saw in the first leg? All the time we tell is 1 minute additional time, but we're straight into the 3rd minute of 1 minute additional time. It's always a minimum time, and time wasted for the celebration is also one of the reasons why we've played straight into 3 minutes. Let's see if there's a comeback for Barcelona in this one, but right now it's a big mountain for them to climb against this Inter Milan. And frustration fast dropping into the Barcelona players. And you can see you can see Pedri there showing his frustration at the referee and the Inter Milan player. It's going to be a throw in there. Dumfries with a throw in for Inter Milan, who has a leg right now in the final in Munich. Can they keep on to this 2-0 lead? Or can they score more goals? Or will it be Barcelona staging a comeback, miraculous comeback in this encounter, if that is going to happen? Yeah, it's going to be a throw in there. And we're straight into the 3rd minute of 1 minute additional time. It's Barcelona 0, Inter Milan 2.
Yeah, so this goal line looks like a tall mountain, almost impossible to climb. But with what I've seen in football, there's absolutely nothing impossible in football. And I don't see anything in 2-goal margin. If they could score 2 in the first half, Barca can score their own 2 in the next half and take it into extra time or even more. So I expect the coach to take the players into the dressing room and give them instructions and try to manage their tempers right now. The emotions have to be put under check. They need to go back in there like the game is just starting and they are 2 goals behind. And they have to climb the hill and overtake their opponent. So the coach has to jettison whatever errors the it seems the officiating has done, and the way they have been managed, which is definitely from viewers' point of view poor, irrespective of which side you're watching from, except you're not being sincere. It is poor, and if the coach can manage their tempers and their emotions, they can come back rejuvenated and start the game again, and we can see things happen.
Okay, it's after at the San Siro, and it's Inter Milan who have come out swinging 45 minutes in, and the lead Barcelona 2-0. Ruthless, composed and clinical. Lautaro Martinez has been everywhere, leading via a sample, dragging defenders and setting the tone. Barcelona shell-shocked. The youthful flair of Lamine Yamal has yet to spark, and the absence of Jules Koundé is being felt on the pitch. It's a mountain now, and Barcelona must climb it in the Lions' Den. But this is the Champions League, a night of comebacks, a night of miracles. Can Barcelona find a way back, or it's Inter Milan packing their bags for Munich in the final of the UEFA Champions League? Well, we've seen the first 45 minutes. Yes, a totally dominated game by Barcelona, but Inter Milan doing this goal, the scorings, and it boils down to always taking your chances in a game of football like this.
Of course, you need to take your chances, and as much as possible, you don't want your opponents going ahead of you in competitions like this at this point of the competition or the tournament. This is the final leg of the semi-final. There is no other leg, so it's not like, oh, whatever happens here we can always do a remontada later. No, there's no time for that. The only time for remontada has to be in the second half, which is only 45 minutes. And trust Inter, they are going to bring in defenders to replace their midfielders. And
I don't really know how you guys want to say for that second 45
no, but
because
the same way
when it comes to defending, they are really stubborn at the back.
No, but it's the same way they conceded 3 goals after scoring 2 ahead at Camp Nou. That's the same way they will concede goals here. There is no team, no person is infallible. There is no human that is undefeatable, and there is no mountain that you can't climb. Even Everest has been conquered. So it just takes the right technique, it takes the right skills, it takes the most consistent and determined people to go ahead and decide that, look, we will do this, we will give it a shot. Even if we lose, they will know we have given them a lot of pressure. So, and that's what I expect Barca to come back in. 1, they must not concede any more goals right now. And 2, even if they concede more goals, what does it matter? Okay, so Barca has to go out and score goals. So that's what matters. If Barca can put one back, put another back, Inter is going to be demoralized. And I'm expecting the coach of Inter, Inzaghi, to make changes in favor of defensive formation. So by the time they take out some attacking players and bring in more defensive players, they'll be on the back foot by the time Barca equalizes.
Okay, let's talk about what some of the things we saw in the first half. Look at the Barcelona midfield. Yes, we saw them in the first leg. They look compact in the first leg, but in the second leg, defensively, De Jong has not been it for Barcelona. You look at how much loopholes Inter Milan were able to create out of this Barcelona, defense. It's not really. It's looking unlike the Barcelona who always looks a bit tidy at the back.
Presently, one chance, second chance. The first one was by De Jong. He lost the ball in a very difficult, sensitive position, and then the opponent took advantage of it. The second one was supposed to be a penalty call, and that also was because there was a defensive hole. There was a lacuna. Nobody was close enough to Lautaro Martinez in that place. And then the player that should mark him went for the dive. And that's how they could capitalize. Because if he didn't go for the dive, if he had covered the position, that guy would have been forced to turn back and look for a way to pass. But he believed they had the ball, so he went for the ball.
I actually think he got the ball, not the leg there. But
I think he got the ball.
It's always to the referee's discretion.
So this is how it happens.
And it's the second goal. You can see the frustration. You can see the joy on the face of the Inter Milan's ultras there, who are celebrating that 2 goals up at halftime. But unlike what we saw in the first leg, the first half has ended 2-0 here. In the first leg at Barcelona, it ended 2-2, if I'm not mistaken, after halftime. Let's look at one man also, Lamine Yamal. He has been everywhere for Barcelona, but the Inter Milan defenders are really trying to cope against him in this game. But up front, Ferran Torres, another wasteful night for him.
Well, Ferran Torres might have wasted a couple of chances, but he's not really got full chances. He had one or two half chances, and you can't put so much blame on him. The first one was a half chance. The second one was not even a chance. He had to contend to put his leg to touch the ball. However, one will expect him to.
Oh, you're actually right there. That was what's it called? De Jong who lost the ball in
Exactly.
the middle of the park.
Frankie de Jong loses balls in that place. That's why I prefer a Casado, or I want Bernat back in that team. Because if they are there, de Jong is going to sit out. Because he loses balls in that position. He's not quick enough to decide what to go. So he collects the ball and then is thinking of what to do with the ball, dances around, and strong opponents push him off the ball and get the ball. That's what happened here. People ran into him, just picked up the ball while he's still thinking. And that's dangerous because you are right in front of your back line. And this is a back line that is keeping a high line. So it becomes more difficult.
Okay, let's talk
So
about
let's look at this now. Let's look
that
at
was, the first chance to Barcelona there, and that was the one first straight into the path of Ferran Torres.
I think Ferran Torres should have been doing better, but you saw the way he was being held. Saw the way he was held. It was actually held.
sandwiched, not like he was held.
It was held. The guy had his hand over his
He was
shoulder.
sandwiched in between two players there.
No.
It's not possible. It's not possible they look at him and allow him.
No, he
all
had
the time
his hand over his shoulder.
There's no way they will allow him.
He should have even fallen down and make them exactly
penalty. Okay, let's also talk about the Inter Milan side. And we've seen Soma. He's not really come to party tonight. He has really looked like he's on holiday in this account. I've not really seen more shots on target from Barcelona in this account. I will even be surprised if we have more than one shot on target from Barcelona in this game. Yes, just one shot on target out of 6 total shots taken by Barcelona in the first half. 1 out of 6. It's actually a poor return for Barcelona.
Yeah, how many shots on target for Inter?
6 for Inter,
Yeah.
8 and 3 shots on target, and they've been able
shots
to
on
maximize them too.
They scored 2. 1 shot on target for Barca. Oh well, it's not. It's bad enough, but it's not so bad because no goals has come for Barca, and we know Barca they don't just take shots, they don't just shoot haphazardly. Lamine Yamal should have taken that shot with his right foot instead of passing or looking for a Ferran in that difficult position. What the young man has to start taking shots with his right foot. He barely takes any shot with his right foot. Messi became whatever he is from the age of 16 or 17. The first major goal he scored in 2005 against Getafe in La Liga, dribbling 6 people. The goal was scored with his right foot. As young as he was with his right foot.
Okay, now let's look at our expectations for the second half. And looking at the Barcelona's on bench, we have Inaki Pena, a goalkeeper, and Astrolaga. Ronaldo Araujo is also on the bench. Defender there, Andres Christensen, defender, Hector Fulton, Lada Ferre. Gavi is on the bench, Femi Lopez, Noah Davic, Robert Lewandowski, Asufati, and Paul Victor all made on the bench for Barcelona. And out is Jusconde, who is out injured, Marc Cacedo is out injured, Marc Benal out injured, Alejandro Bade out injured, and Pablo Torre out injured also. On the bench of Inter Milan, we have the goalkeeper there, Rafael De Janeiro, Joseph Martinez, Steven De Vergi, Carlos Augusto, Gabriel Recassoni, Petri Zielinski. We have David Fratesi. We also have Aslani, Matteo Damin, Nikola Zalewski, Marko Anatovic, and Mehdi Teremi. All makes the bench for Inter Milan. But we'll focus on the Barcelona's bench. Who do you think might the manager Hansi Flick might be looking onto in the bench? In the early stages of this game to come back. To try and control this game for Barcelona.
Okay, so the first person that should take his leave is one of the frontliners. I wouldn't expect Ferran Torres to drop out. He might have to play for Dani Olmo. Maybe Ferran Torres will be stepped back a little bit into the position of Dani Olmo. Olmo may give way for Lewandowski to come in, first of all, because Barca needs goals, so you need all the strikers, people with scoring instincts in place. Change the formation to 4-4-2 in that order, maybe 4-1-3-2, thereabout. So Lewandowski and Ferran Torres can actually put a lot of pressure on the defense, central defense line, stay in the box, while Lamine Yamal and Rafinha can comb the outside position and try to find their way in or lob the ball into the box, while the gentleman Pedro waits for pickup outside the box. But however it is, the young also, as much as it's important in this game, because I don't think there's any better. Casado is injured out. They're just recovering. Bernat is just recovering. And we don't have a replacement in that department right now. Eric Garcia cannot be moved to that place because there's no House Kunde. But the young actually has not performed up to expectation. He releases his passes so sluggishly, not in time, and his errors actually cost Barca the first goal. The first goal is an all-important goal. Once you concede the first, anything happens. And he's also leaving his space. It was actually his space that they're capitalizing on, and Lautaro Martinez is able to run at the central defense. The last man is supposed to be free, and the young was supposed to do the pickup for him, but it wasn't there. It wasn't there. So he's actually creating problems for the central defense. And if there's a replacement for him, I wouldn't find it wrong to have him off, because he's supposed to be contributing to attack and he's not even contributing much to the attack. He leaves the ball for Pedri to decide on how to attack, and he gives it to Dani Olmo to decide, and he steps back. So let's just have a Casado or somebody or Gavi there who does the defensive work. They collect the ball and move quickly. So the young is not adding value. He's losing balls, losing possession, and giving the opponents too much room. I think he's too old to be running around and bending down and sliding down. He hasn't done any slider in this first half. How would you have a 4 that doesn't slide? I mean, you're looking so clean at the end of 45 minutes as a 4.
Okay, there's still much time to play in this encounter. We still have a big 45 minutes to play between Inter Milan and Barcelona in this encounter. Let's see if Barcelona can come back in this one. They have 45 minutes to do it. And do you think it's doable for Barcelona in this game?
Absolutely. Fermin Lopez will come into the game a little later. Barca fans are calling for 3 changes to be made immediately. There is no time again. The fan club, the supporters club are saying, bring in Lewandowski, bring in Fermin Lopez. The boy has been very instrumental to Barca wins over the years. And let's have those two come to make some impact, and after some time take away what's it called, the young, and bring in Gavi into that position. Let Gavi occupy that position.
And Gavi's sitting on the bench. What's really been the issues these days?
Gavi had a small issue. He had a small muscular injury. We took him off for 1 or 2 matches, but the last match he was available, and he came in from the bench for the last match. I think he started the last match. So yes, Gavi may be brought in later, but he sustained an injury. Alessandro Balde is also being missed from this match, seriously, because Balde contributes a huge lot to the team. He's an attacking option for Barca, even more attacking than Yals Koundé. Balde goes forward a lot. He can dribble well and he can create chances. So while you're keeping your eyes on Lamine Yamal on the right side, Balde can be causing trouble on the left side, and when he's causing his trouble, Rafinha has more room to run, and he actually has more space to attack while Balde is at it. And then I think that is a very huge miss for Barca that Balde is not in the team. Unfortunately, he was not even added to the squad.
Yeah, I think he's not back. He's still out injured.
He's been training.
Maybe not match fit.
He's been training with a full team for a few days, but the team decided that they weren't going to risk him and rush him back.
Okay, now let's talk about Inter Milan also. Yes, I know you're a Barcelona fan, but we also have to talk again about Inter Milan, because we have to balance the analysis. Inter Milan, what do they have to do in the second half, to keep this lead and probably get a victory over Barcelona?
Well, for Inter Milan, it's a banana peel for them, because they're leading now. They're under pressure. They're under pressure. It's an advantage that you want to defend. So because of that, there's a tendency for you to sit back and try and...
do you think they'll sit back as early as in the second half?
They are going to leave one person up front and put everybody behind the ball. and they're going to be lobbing the ball to Thuram or to Dumfries, whichever of them they leave up front. And it's likely not going to be Dumfries. Maybe Lataro. They'll just put Lataro there and be throwing long balls to him whenever they get it to punish the defense of Barca. However, it is pretty dangerous to adopt that approach, because if or when Barca scores the 2 goals, and it's not a question of if now, it's a question of when Barca returns.
I love the
goals.
confidence of Barcelona fans. It's always top notch.
When Barca returns the 2 goals, they are going to be caught napping.
The confidence level is always top notch from Barcelona fans. Okay, 45 minutes are left, and the clock is ticking fast to this one. Inter Milan leads on 2-0. 1 foot in Munich, but the job is not done already. Barcelona staring down the barrel. They need fire, they need a fury, they need a miracle in this encounter. Talking about the manager has to fling some young guys have to climb the mountains. They've climbed mountains before, yes, but this is San Siro. This is where Yamin Lamar has to rise in the second half. And let's see if the Barcelona attack can also deliver. Now is the time. The second half begins, and everything is still on the line in this game between Inter Milan and Barcelona. And it's the restart of the second half. And it's Barcelona who are going out to attack as soon as possible to see if they can force the first goal in the first 5 minutes of the second half. I think that would be a big response for them if they can get one of those goals back in the early opening 10 minutes of the second half.
Absolutely. The whole idea is to recover quickly, get a goal quickly as possible to destabilize the opponent's defense line and give them a run for their money. That's
also looking for that goal. They have to be conscious at the back.
Well, as it is, even if they are conscious about the back and they don't work on the goals, they have lost. Should this game end this way, Barca loses. So there is no way to go again when you are down. Barca is down 2 goals. The only way around or to succeed is up. So there's no other option than to be up. You have to go and fight and look for goals. So irrespective of how many bodies Inter puts in the 18, Barca needs to outdo or outweigh them and find a way to break the defense line. Look at the bodies in the 18. They have like 2 lines of defense, and they are penetrable. There's no defense that is impenetrable.
As Lamine Yamal attacking finds himself in the Inter Milan's box there, still holds onto the ball, a cross there, but there was no Barcelona player to get onto that. It was still Barcelona with a cross inward there. DiMarco to the rescue. And he's not going to allow that to roll out for a corner kick, but takes it out half clear there. But Inter Milan back in possession. 47 minutes gone. Barcelona regains the possession of the ball. Referee says that was a foul on Lautaro Martinez, who has to come and do a lot of defensive work there for Inter Milan. And it was the Barcelona defender Eric Garcia. I think there was an elbow before that push. Okay, went into Frankie de Jong there, and the Argentine striker actually went down under that challenge. So it's a free kick to Inter Milan right there in the 48th minute. We've seen 3 minutes of action already in the second half, and still Barcelona trailing 2-0 in this one. They need a big response in this encounter. Let's see in the next 45 minutes if they can get 2 goals of their own. 2 all-replied goals is what they need to send this game into extra time. Should Inter Milan score 1 more goal, then we might be beating Barcelona by in this UEFA Champions League. Bisic with the ball there for Barcelona, for Inter Milan, and drops it straight to Barella. Barella with a long one tries to play in Marcus Thuram, but Thuram couldn't get hold of that. And here's De Jong with the ball, easily dispossessed of the ball again, and it's Thuram who is going on the straight, and it's 3 against 4 right here. 3 Inter Milan player, Lautaro being played into action there, and holds onto the ball, tries to play it back to Marcos, but lost possession. And into Barcelona, we attack right now. And let's see, hopefully he doesn't lose the ball.
He holds the ball for too long for a holding midfielder, for a pivot. He keeps the ball for too long.
Inter Milan regains possession, sends the back into the Barcelona half. And yeah, he's still Paul Kubasi on the ball, finds Eric Garcia. Garcia looks inward into the midfield and finds his teammate here. Barcelona attacking. Lamine Yamal with the ball. Has 2 players doubled up against him, DiMarco and Bastoni. Returns it back into the midfield. Finds Eric Garcia. Returns it back to Lamine Yamal. Lamine Yamal with a pass with the outside of his boots there.
Look at him. Look at the young.
In possession. Inter Milan we attack right now. DiMarco with the ball. Pedri coming back to do defensive work against DiMarco. He'll be getting that, but DiMarco holds onto it experiently. Turns it back and finds Bastoni. Bastoni returns it back in the middle of the park here. Is Mkhitaryan goes back to the goalkeeper, Yansoma, who is yet to concede a goal in this encounter. Yansoma with the ball there, long one into the middle, easily controlled there by the Barcelona defender. Yes, in the middle, Barcelona attacking against Inter Milan. Will they be able to turn this into a goal? Lamine Yamal called into action, is still in the box there. It was actually sandwiched, and the referee says that is going to be a goal kick to Inter Milan. That was a soft touch on the 17 years old Lamine Yamal. The Barcelona players want a penalty for that, but the referee says no, that was a fair challenge on Lamine Yamal. Looks like there was a pull in there, but that looks soft on the screen also. It's going to be a goal kick to Inter Milan in the 50th minute of this encounter. Now we have 40 more minutes to play in this game. Barcelona needs a big response in the second half.
Isn't that a yellow card offense?
Research.
That's a yellow card offense. Even if you allow game to play, the referee should go back to that position and give a card. That was an intentional foul. His leg was off and he took the other one off the floor. It is an intentional foul, but that was not given. So when I say the officiating is not being fair, that's what we mean.
Off from Lamine Yamal as they look to attack there, sends a long one, tries to play in his teammate there with this great chance for Inter Milan, and that might be probably a red card. I just hope it's not going to be a red card. Yes, the yellow card to Barcelona's player there. Is that Inigo Martinez? Yes, that is Inigo Martinez going into the referee's book for that foul or that tackle on Marcos Thuram there. He was just lucky not to be sent off there. I think it's not the boy he got. I think we have a lot of controversial calls in this encounter. A lot of controversial calls. But that's a game of football. Yes, it's never perfect. We're straight into the 51st minute, and Barcelona has to defend there right there from a free kick for Inter Milan. It's the 51st minute. Inter Milan presented with a chance to send an in-swinger. Chanalogu, we standing on this. This be a chance for Inter Milan to triple their lead in this game against Barcelona in the early stages of this game. And we also have Dimarco standing on that free kick duties. Let's see what Inter Milan makes out of this free kick. And so going to be Chanalogu who takes that into the box there. That is the third goal. Is that going to stand or will that be chalked off? It looks like it's chalked off for offside.
You know, wow. The free kick in the first place shouldn't have stood. The linesman was in front of the event. He was in front of that gameplay. He didn't wave his flag for a foul. The referee, who was on the other side, came and blew for a foul. The linesman never waved for a flag. That's why Inigo Martinez was actually giving him a thumbs up. Like, look, well done. Oh, because look at the officiating. Where did this referee come from? And what's his objective?
Game. Inter Barcelona attacking right now. Lamine Yamal on the ball there. He has Marco to beat and holds onto it, sends it into the middle of the power, finds De Jong. De Jong drops it to his teammate there. Barcelona attacking straight into the part of Gerard Martin. Martin with the ball, looks inward into the middle of the park. Rafinha on the ball there, returns it back and finds some Pakubasi who drops it to Frankie. And Frankie looks forward and finds Gerard Martin. Gerard Martin to Pedri. Pedri with the ball, has two to beat on him there. Chooses to go out wide and play in Lamine Yamal. Lamine Yamal tries to drop that into the part of his teammate. Lost possession. Inter Milan looks to attack against Barcelona, and they're gunning for their third goal in this encounter. Still Dimarco on the ball, and Dimarco returns it back and finds Bastoni. Bastoni with the ball there. Looks inward and finds Akebi. Akebi will come forward and finds Dimarco. And Inter Milan looking to hold on to possession. Sends a long one with this very chance for a third goal there. But not today. It returns back to the goalkeeper, Szczesny. Szczesny goes out wide and finds Pakubasi. Barcelona finally look to be attacking right now. And what will they make out of this? And goes out wide and finds Eric Garcia. Garcia has, that's Lamine Yamal with the ball, sorry. Lamine Yamal looks inward and finds Pedri. Pedri comes forward with the ball for Barcelona there. And it's Barcelona attacking right now. Pedri with the ball. Goes out wide and finds Lamine Yamal. Lamine Yamal comes with the ball. What will he make out of this? Cuts one. Will they be going for a shot? But chose to drop it for Pedri. Pedri tries to get a shot there, and yeah, is a chance for Barcelona. What would they make out of it? Cross into the box. With that beats, what a goal for Barcelona! And what a way to get a first goal in this one. Beautiful goal. What a goal there for Barcelona in this encounter.
Yeah, let's keep counting.
The deficit
keep counting.
Right now is Eric Garcia.
Keep counting.
First goal for Barcelona.
Right I told you, Shegun, it's not a matter of if, it is when. Because this side is never going to eat, they're never going to sleep, they're never going to drink until they get their pound of flesh back. And let's keep watching this.
Wow, that was a beautiful goal from Eric Garcia. Took that with an instinct shot there. there was nothing Jan Sommer was going to do about that goal. They sent him, and there was nothing the goalkeeper could do. Yes, on game one in that game, Barcelona has drawn the first blood in the second half, and after deficit in this one, as it's currently sits at the 55th minute, is 2-1 in that game. And like I said, yes, it's important for them to score the first goal in between the first 10 minutes of the second half. And that is what they've done to show
it's actually a statement, you know. You send a message that, look, this is what we want to do. We want to equalize. We want to win. We're not going to sit back and try to score. We will actually score, and you can discover that we can score your impenetrable fortress, so quote and unquote. And you see, the good thing about this kind of games is fans, especially neutral fans, are going to enjoy football. If you're not biased, neither Barca, you're not an Inter supporter, or you're not a Barca hater, you will likely enjoy the game, because you're going to see goals coming, and you're going to see a lot of shots at goal. You're going to see a lot of attacks. Now they're taking Barelli, and the Marco, and that shows you how much pressure is on the defense.
Okay, so the Marco has been withdrawn in the 5th minute, and also Augusto has been thrown into this encounter for the remaining 35 minutes of this one. Here's Inter Milan with 0 shots here, powerful shot there. Barella with that shot, well, beautiful timely save there from the goalkeeper. Chesney was right there.
Wow, that was a heavy shot.
That was a heavy shot.
Flicked Chesney's hand. Those are hand-breaking shots.
It's going to be a corner kick, and Barella with that beautiful timely shot for Inter Milan to show that, yes, they are not resting on their oars in this encounter. That's what Inter Milan mixed up with some set pieces right there in the 5th or 6th minute of this encounter. Inter Milan with a chance to return back into double lead in this one. Barcelona will look to attack. Lamine Yamal with the ball there, breaking black backs there, and finds Rafinha. He has a chance for Barcelona. It's 3 against 2. What would they make out of this? They shouldn't waste this, and send it straight to Lamine Yamal. And that is, what a save!
What a save! Was that a save?
Jan Sommer from point blank there denied Barcelona a chance of getting a second goal. What a save from the goalkeeper. No doubt, you have to give it to the goalkeeper there.
Boy!
That was a point blank save from the goalkeeper.
I was celebrating a goal already. What a save!
You have to give it to the Inter Milan goalkeeper there.
Wow, that's a beautiful,
powerful save.
Superhuman save by Sommers there.
Who would have thought of that? Who would have thought of that? I thought that was going to the back of net, for Christ's sake.
Come
Look
on.
at that counter. That was a powerful counter attack from Barcelona. Lamine Yamal starting it and sending straight to Rafinha. But I'm really good. Apart from the save from the goalkeeper, I'm really going to fault the Barcelona players.
I think so too. I think so.
They should be putting that into the.
I think Lamine Yamal should have got the ball, not the guy on the left, not Rafinha. Yeah, Lamine should have got that ball to do a final justice instead of coming back to Rafinha.
Yes, and Barcelona are showing intentions in the second half that they want more goal in this game, and they are looking like they're asking all the questions in the early stages. It has been totally dominated from Barcelona. A cross into the box there, but that eluded all Barcelona players. You have to give it to Jan Sommer for that important block, and even the Barcelona players.
Okay, so this is the time we need
how did that not go into the
Robert Lewandowski.
Look at that. Wow. Powerful save. Probably because Eric Garcia is not a striker. Probably that is why he couldn't hit that with power. Because he needed power on that ball there.
And he needed placement. He didn't place it at all. He should either have sent it back to the angle.
But it's going to be a goal kick to Inter Milan right there in the 58th minute. The clock is is fast ticking in this one. And gradually we are moving close to having just 30 minutes to play in this encounter, because we're straight into the 58th minute. A long one from Jan Sommer, and easily caught out there by Barcelona. Rafinha on the ball there, lost possession, and Inter Milan will try to attack right now, looking for the third goal in this one. The referee spotted an infringement, says it's going to be a free kick to Barcelona. As Mkhitaryan, who is already so it's Chalalugu who is on the yellow card in this encounter. Barcelona with the ball there, looking to attack with the ball, sends it out wide, and it's that man who has seen lots of ball in this match. Lamine Yamal beating that man like he was nowhere. That should be a free kick to Barcelona. And the referee is giving that, and I think it should be accompanied with a yellow card. Unless
there should be a card to that.
A yellow card for that, and it's asking the referee that I have not done anything there, and the referee says that was a fair challenge. Not it's a free kick, but probably not good enough to be a penalty. Look at that beautiful run from Lamine Yamal. Got one over Barcelona.
It should be a card. It was a butt deflection. Look at it.
Not tonight. You are not going to go over me there. And there's going to be a free kick to Barcelona, a chance for them to equalize in this encounter. Can they do that? As Rafinha who is standing on this, Pedri also with him. I think Rafinha will be taking this, and he takes a low shot there, and it was easily blocked by a Barcelona player. But return back to Rafinha. Rafinha on the ball there. What will he make out of that? Sends on that low clause. Easily caught out there by the Inter Milan defender. Still Barcelona in possession.
Look at De Jong. Look at De Jong
with the ball there. Drops the pass there. Cross into the box with that beat.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
Yes! Yes! The turnaround. The water story for Barcelona. Within 15 minutes, and they've doubled their lead. They've come back in this one. 2-0 down at half time. And at the start of the second half, 2 goals, one from Eric Garcia and the second from Dani Olmo has returned Barcelona into this encounter.
You should actually kiss him.
0 right now. It's 2-2 between Barcelona and Inter Milan. What a header there. What a powerful header. Beautiful. And there was nothing Jan Sommer could do about header. This.
Now, so as I told you, if you are not a hater of Barca, or no, you are a supporter of Inter, you will enjoy this game because 4 goals already.
I also hope we're not going to extra time, please.
Even if we do, this is a very interesting game.
Extra time. We should end within 90 minutes for Christ's sake.
Come on, wow, very sweet games.
Go from Barcelona there to
4 goals already.
It's now 2-2. It's never said. Now I see. You know the belief. There is this kind of belief from a mentality from Barcelona fans. They are never down in a game of football. They still have that. They have that belief that yes, we are going to come back in this game, and they've turned around this encounter. A chance for them there, but that shot is actually too much. There. It's Barcelona 2, Inter Milan 2 at the 61st minute of this game. Just like we saw in the first half. Yes, there's questions that Inter Milan are judged to have the best defense in the UEFA Champions League, but we see them, let in crazy goals in this.
5 goals
already
in this encounter.
There's still more to come in this one against them in this encounter. We're straight into the 61st minute. It's now Inter 2, Barcelona 2. Quick response. Within 2 goals for Barcelona within 15 minutes is how you show your intentions, or how you come into a game that yes, you are still in it. You are not out of this encounter. Against another team, probably it will have been a good night already for Inter Milan.
Yeah. If it was another team that can give up, but I see some other teams doing this. I know Real Madrid can do this. Unfortunately, I'm a Barca fan. I shouldn't be speaking for Madrid. But looking at their quality, I think they can do the comeback. They've done it well over time in the days of Cristiano Ronaldo against Atletico Madrid. They've done it with Vinicius Junior, Rodrigo. They've come back several times. And I think those teams can actually bring something out of the heart whenever they need to. And I'm not surprised. I'm not disturbed in any way as it is. What I just need Barca to do is to keep their head cool. Offside. Thank you. Keep their head cool and maintain this position. Barca is not going to attempt to defend against this. Look at the back line. 2 guys are just at the back. The pressure has to be in front. We need to score goals. Okay, so if we can get the 2 goals scored, Barca, we can get 4. And we can get 5. And that's what Barca would do. I expect Lewandowski to be warming up to come into play in this game. There is a space for him in the defense of Inter. I actually think they have a room for him there. He can put pressure on Barelli and the central defenders. And that will actually free Lamine Yamal, give him some more rooms to operate, give Rafinha a little more room. And Dani Olmo is such a sneaky human. He's not there. He walks like a ghost sometimes, like he's not there. You just don't see him when he sneaks past you. And if Lewandowski is there getting all the attention, Dani Olmo, Lamine Yamal, Ferran Torres, Rafinha, or what's it called, can always pull something out of the heart. And Barca, this game can actually end 4-2 in favor of Barca.
Okay, I think I'll really fault on the Inter Milan manager for wanting that substitution, taking out
Di Marco,
who we've seen against Lamine Yamal. Though Lamine Yamal has been flying across against him, but he has always kept him in check in this encounter. Probably that substitution came too early.
Now he took Di Marco out after he conceded a goal. He didn't take him out before the first goal.
After the first goal.
Yeah, it was after the first goal because he He was actually getting tired. He couldn't catch up with Lamin's pace anymore. It was pretty obvious they needed to do something. And Barca has a chance at counter. Barca has a chance. Barca has a chance. Barca has a chance. Oh my God! Oh my God! That was wasted. What was this guy looking at?
All right, chance for Barcelona. Bisec beats it there, but Barcelona couldn't take advantage of that. And here's Inter Milan who attack against Barcelona. We've seen 65 minutes of action right there at the San Siro. It's currently Barcelona 5 at aggregate. Barcelona 5, Inter 5. But right now in the game, it's Inter Milan 2 and Barcelona 2. In the first half, we saw goals from Lautaro Martinez in the 21st minute. Chanalogu from the penalty spot in the 45th minute. But madness in the second half. And we saw, in the space of 6 minutes, 2 goals for Barcelona. Eric Garcia with the first one in the 54th minute, and Dani Olmo completing the comeback. Completing the comeback, yes, and that's one in the 60th minute to reduce the deficit or equal it back to a draw in this encounter. So now we're going to see who is going to go for the killer in this encounter. Will it be Barcelona getting the third goal, or will it be Inter Milan going back into the lead in this encounter? The script is looking just like exactly we saw it in the first leg at Barcelona. So right now it's 2-2 between both sides, and it's Barcelona who are currently attacking against Inter Milan. Sends one inward there, easily got hold of there by the Barcelona player, and let's see how Barcelona respond from this and probably pursue or look for the third goal. Lamine Yamal on the ball there. He has Augusto to beat a cut inward with the ball, and not having much physicality around him. Just like that, not like when we saw Ada was.
It's gone.
And yes, Lamine Yamal with the ball, cut inward with the ball, has Bastoni to beat, and in the middle of these two players, so managed to find the cross. And yeah, he's the captain with the ball. He has another Barcelona attacking right now. What would they make? Eric Garcia returns it back and finds Pau Kubasi. Kubasi looks inward, finds Pedri. Pedri with the ball goes out wide, finds Gerard Martin. Martin will look inward and tries to tease in the pass. Pedri gets hold of that, and in the middle finds Lamine Yamal. Yamal will hold on to the ball. A cross from Lamine Yamal to aim that Ferran Torres. But Torres couldn't get onto that, and Inter Milan will break out and looking for their third goal in this encounter. Inigo Martinez on the ball there, returns it back and finds the captain Frankie de Jong, who drops it to Rafinha. Rafinha cuts inward with the ball, lost the ball to Bastoni, and Barcelona trying to regain possession, but throws out to a Barcelona throwing, and it's 67 minutes of action already at the San Siro. Now you should be thinking of a Barcelona substitution. Maybe see Robert Lewandowski come into this game now.
Yeah, we should have seen him if he's actually fit. He's possibly not fit enough.
Maybe he's not fit, or just put him on the bench.
just in case, and then confuse the opponents, because if he was fit enough, he should be in by now. This is the 67th minute of the game. Anybody that needs to make an impact should be available now. Otherwise, Hansi Flick might also be looking at getting into extra time. If that be the case, he will need Lewandowski to be fresh if they get into extra time. So, and the present crop of players are not doing badly at all. Ferran Torres has held his own pretty well. Look at that foul. Come on.
Right, it's advantage Barcelona because we're still in possession of the ball. Yes, Lamine Yamal.
Penalty! Penalty for Barca!
What a turnaround!
Penalty for Barca!
What a turnaround we have seen from Barcelona from the penalty, from the free kick, and that took a weak deflection, and it's not going to matter. It's not going to count there. And it's the captain Frankie de Jong, with that deflection on that shot from his teammates. If that come down a bit, probably it would have been the third goal for Barcelona. We're straight into the 70th minute of this encounter. Now 20 minutes to play. We're into the dying embers of this encounter. Won't go out from either of these two sides. Might just be the end of this game. And we have two substitutions. Tameni and Lautaro Martinez has been replaced, just like we saw in the first leg. And we also have Bisec being replaced in this encounter. Captain Aband has been passed to Barella, the Inter Milan midfielder. Taremi and Damian being thrown into this encounter for the remaining 20 minutes to stabilize on the middle and the defense of Inter Milan. So let's see how they angle for the remaining 20 minutes of the second half. Now it looks like, yes, he wants to defend. Bringing in, although it's a like-for-like substitution. Teremi is a striker. Bisach is a defender, being withdrawn for, what's it called, for Damien in the second half. So let's see if the Inter Milan manager, Simeon Inzaghi, who is trying to infuse new energy into the second half, actually work the magic for them. 71 minutes gone in this game. We have less than 20 minutes to play in regulation time. Who is going to get the third goal? Inter Milan, or is it going to be Barcelona?
Yeah, so who's going to get the next goal? Barca, of course. Barca will need to score the next 2 goals, and it's at 2-4.
Oh, you're not even looking for 1 goal. It's 2 goals you're looking for.
No, 2 goals. 2 goals make us comfortable. It make us actually relax. 1 goal can still be equalized easily, but 2 goals in quick succession, while they are still napping and looking for it. And we take that out and qualify for the final to go and play either the winner of PSG and Arsenal. And we pick the cup again. It's been 10 years since Barca lifted the trophy. I think any child born 10 years ago deserves to have another follow-up child. And that's what's happening this year. So Barca needs to score 2 goals and get into the final, while they make sure that Inter does not score any goal at all. Take a shot, Pedri, take a shot.
Yes, chance for Barcelona to attack. Lamine Yamal on the ball there.
Take a shot.
Gusto and Barella to beat. Takes a cross into the box there. But that eluded the players in the box. And still Barcelona with the ball tries to send a cross into the box there. But that's eluded everybody. We have to look at Gerard Martin. Yes, there's been a lot of sticks on that young man in the previous game, in the first leg. But this second leg, I think he has had a better shift.
Of course, when he gets more playing time and experience, you expect him to develop. Or, you're just injured as a team when that weak link keeps pulling you back. And in the last encounter Barca played just a few days ago against Valladolid, Gerard Martin was the man of the match. Unbelievable, right?
Yeah.
Gerard Martin was the MOTM for the last match Barca played. And that was just a few days after his flop against Inter, or so-called flop. So that actually shows how much a player can develop and respond.
Yamal will cross there, but that eluded the Barcelona players on the box. It's going to be a throw into Inter Milan. Probably they should have gone to that, and instead of letting it roll to throw in, because you're putting your team under pressure. That's more like your defense line there. It's going to be a throw into Inter Milan against Barcelona right there in the 74th minute. 16 more minutes to play in regulation time in this game. And what a turnaround story we had in the second half. Barcelona trailing 2-0 at halftime. Came back in the second half, under 15 minutes, 6-2 goals within 6 minutes, and they're back in this one against Inter Milan. Right now, it's on 5-5 on aggregate, and we need a breaker to come in the second half now. Who's going to get the third goal? That is the question on everybody's lips. Will it be Barcelona or will it be Inter Milan? Or this game goes straight into extra time and possibly penalty? Yes, Barcelona trying to attack and finds themselves in the box there. And there was nobody to get onto that. Dumfries with the ball there for Inter Milan. And what will he make out of that? And Rafinha coming in to do defensive work. Barcelona regains possession in the middle. And there is on Pedri. Beautiful turn from him there. But out of that, straight into the path of Dumfries. And yes, Barcelona KB will gather that and sends that back into the Barcelona half. And here is Pau Kibasi, who returns it back to the goalkeeper, Szczesny. Szczesny looks out wide and finds Eric Garcia. Garcia with the ball there, looks inward and finds that should be the captain, Frankie de Jong, who returns it back to Garcia. Pau Kibasi on the ball there. Kibasi returns it back to Szczesny, the goalkeeper. And Szczesny comes forward with the ball. And it's not in a rush there. What will he make out of that? The Polish international sends it out and finds Gerard Martin. And Gerard Martin looks back and finds Inigo Martinez, who has a lot of experience at the age of 35 playing for those Barcelona youthful sides. And turns it back to Inigo. Inigo Martinez comes forward with the ball there. Tries to play it in for Ferran Torres. Straight back to the goalkeeper, Jan Suma, who has been beaten twice in this game. At the start of this game, I thought he wouldn't be beaten at all. But 2 goals we've seen gone through the Switzerland international. And yes, Inter Milan in the middle of the park. And it looks like after that substitution, the flow from Inter Milan is not looking like what we saw in the first half.
I made a comment at the beginning of at the end of first half. Inter Milan will be doing themselves a lot of harm should they come into the second half with a defensive mentality. Because the natural thing to do is to come in and try to defend. So they're going to try park the bus. They will take out some attacking players and bring in more defensive players. Possibly leave one man up front to put pressure on the central defense so they don't come forward. However, when Barca equalizes, it will catch them unawares. And this is what happened. They have to wake up from a slumber right now. You know, it's like, would they catch up? Can they? No, we haven't lost more than one goal in any match except their own since Champions League. But now they consider two. Now, so they are just waking up from a slumber. So as it is Barca with the advantage because Barca is the one scoring. They have the advantage mentally as well as physically. And looking at the age of these players too.
He finds himself in the box, still holds onto the ball there. As Barcelona to beat and cuts in well, looking for a chance to get that shot.
Oh my
finally
God.
got that shot. Silva with an important save there.
Well done, Lamine.
What a block there, what a shot there from Lamine Yamal. Finds the position, finds the space. And Soma has to stretch out wide to get a save, to get a hand on that ball. That was destined for the back of the net. But it's going to be a corner kick for Barcelona. You can see the Barcelona ultras there also enjoying this game of football between them and Inter Milan. It's fun all through this encounter. And there's going to be a corner kick to Barcelona. What would they make out of this? Almost the second goal scorer for Barcelona will be taking this corner kick and takes it into the box there. And that was a lucky save there for Barcelona. Inter Milan will look to attack on the counter and break out on the counter against Barcelona. But Barcelona has the defenders there to the rescue. Were being played on there. Inter Milan back in possession. Sanchez sends a long one to Temeni. And yeah, we have that's going to be an offside call against the striker there. So it's Barcelona's advantage. 78 minutes gone. We have 12 more minutes to play in the regulation time. We're just going to get the third goal. Inter Milan also preparing another 2 double substitution in this encounter. And that should be the last set of substitution, if I'm not mistaken, in this game. Here's Barcelona attacking. Yes, straight into the part of Lamine Yamal. He has 2 players to beat again and holds onto the ball, beats one, cuts into the wall, into the box there, still with the ball there, and cross goal.
Oh my God.
And somehow with a beautiful save there, Dumfries back to doing defensive work there for Inter Milan. And Barcelona taking the pressure to Inter Milan. It's just a matter of time when the third goal will come in this game. Because all the pressure deserves a goal from Barcelona right now as it looks. Pedri with the ball. And he steals into it in the middle of the park there, drops it back into the part of his teammates, and here's the chance.
Oh my God! Oh my
Inter
God!
Milan blocking their lines there carefully well, and they look to attack, but that is going to roll out for a throwing to Barcelona. So we'll be seeing the 2 substitutions from Simeon Inzaghi right now, and one of it is Çalhanoğlu, and the second looks like it's Mkhitaryan, who has finally gotten a yellow card in this encounter for a foul. So Çalhanoğlu will be replaced in this game right now. And we'll be having Zilewski, who will be coming in his place. Let's see, also is Çalhanoğlu and Mkhitaryan. Yes, both the midfielders, the experienced midfielder going out, and Zilewski and Fetasi, who has been thrown into this game for the remaining 11 minutes of regulation.
I think Zilewski is an attacker, a winger of some sort.
Fetasi is a midfielder, is a central midfielder.
So they're just replacing likes for likes.
Yeah. Right. Just to bring in more energy into the guys.
Especially
it looks like you look at Çalhanoğlu's age and you look at Mkhitaryan, both of them are the other side of 30, and they've been outrun by this Barcelona youthful players in this encounter. So they need to re-energize energizing that.
Energize is fine.
As attacking right is Barcelona with the ball there. Inter Milan regains possession, looks to attack right now from the wing. And lost possession, and inside Barcelona back in possession. Also on to what will they make out of that? About Kubasa with the ball there, looks forward. Yes, Inter Barcelona attacking now. What would they? It's the 80th minute of this game. We are straight into the last 10 minutes of regulation time. Looks like this game is destined for extra time between these 2 sides.
Well, extra time. Well, however it is, but I actually think Barca will score before the turn of the time. This is still 11 or 12 minutes. If you're looking at additional time, maybe another 4 or 5 minutes. So we're still looking at about 15, 16 minutes into the game. I think Barca can still score a goal or 2 in the allotted available time. They've almost got one just now, and they'll give it another shot. They'll come in again. They're dangerous when they attack with the whole crew.
It really looks like the Inter Milan guys are really destabilized right now.
No, but that's what will happen. Mentally, you will be destabilized, especially if you don't prepare for a comeback. You know, when you score first and then they come back at you, you become destabilized. Especially when you are playing a highly mental team like this Barca. A lot of them are young lads who are so energetic. They keep coming back. And you can barely dribble past them. They are smallish in figures, but you can barely pass them when dribbling. Yes, and that might be the joker, you know, for this game.
We've seen Lopez
Coming for Daniel Olmo.
Looks like Daniel Olmo will be replaced in the 84th minute of this encounter. We have 9 more minutes in regulation time to play. Yeah, this one is still 2-2 between Inter Milan and Barcelona. The Inter Milan players are in disbelief that yes, they actually added 2-0 lead in this encounter at the point. But it's now Barcelona who has come back and done the unthinkable. Can they complete that coming back in this one? Only time will tell. Dumfries with the ball there for Inter Milan. Sends a cross into the box. And here's a chance for a third goal. Easily blocked there. Taremi with the ball there for Inter Milan. Still holds onto it. So William turns beautifully well. And still approaches on the Barcelona box. And straight into the pass of Fetesi. Fetesi looks in well there. A chance for Inter Milan to get it out. But the Barcelona defenders are there to cut that shot. And it's going to be a throw into Inter Milan.
Yeah, that's why Inigo Martinez was taken off. He was already on a yellow card. Barca will need to defend fully for the rest of the time. Araujo had to come in. Ronald has to come in here and fill the space, and so Ronald can actually do all the dirty work. And he's playing with Pau Kubasi, who is already prone to another card. He's not yet on the card, but he considered a penalty against the team. So as it stands, Daniel Olmo has given way for Fermin Lopez. We know Fermin Lopez has a more attacking mindset than Daniel Olmo. Daniel Olmo is more of a midfielder. He can hold well, he can create play, he can dictate the pace of games. But Fermin Lopez enjoys going forward and taking shots. If there's any player that enjoys taking shots in the Barca rank, I think Daniel Olmo will rank, Fermin Lopez will rank one of top 4, top 5, aside Lewandowski and maybe a Rafinha. It will be Fermin Lopez who enjoys taking shots against opponents. So let's expect such thing to happen in the next 13-14 minutes of the game. I expect Fermin Lopez to put a goal behind the goalkeeper, score a goal for Barca, or create one for the likes of Rafinha and Lamine Yamal. Those are wishful thinking, but those are things they've done in the past.
Okay, if only wishes were also his. And we have to talk about this man, Gerard Martin, 2 assists to his name in this encounter. He is the provider of the 2 goals for Barcelona tonight, and he's one of the candidates for the man of the match. I would really love to see him, get his hands on that award after this game. Yes, Inter Milan back in possession in the middle of the park, returns it back and finds Bastoni. Bastoni returns it back to the goalkeeper here, and Soma tries to play in the long one, but there was no Inter Milan player to get onto that, and it's going to be a throw-in to Barcelona. 84 minutes of action already at the San Siro. It's still 2-2 between Inter Milan and Barcelona in this encounter. Barcelona coming forward. Lamine Yamal on the ball there. Forced to return it back to Eric Garcia. Eric Garcia looks inward into the final statement. Yes, Eric Garcia finds turns it back to, is that not the captain? Araujo? Araujo with the ball finds Chesney with the ball there. Goes out wide and finds the impressive Gerard Martin with the ball. And Gerard Martin holds on to it. What will he make out of that? That was a pressure one there. And lost possession into the hands of Inter Milan. Inter Milan looks to attack there. He has a chance to find himself in the box, and the cross. Yeah,
that's an offside. That's an
offside call, and the referee gives that. Yes, that was an offside call against the Inter Milan player. And Gerard Martin should be doing better there. He should be taking that decision as soon as possible. What do you want to make with the ball? Are you going to clear it, or do you want to pass, to a Barcelona team?
And that's the difference between him and Alejandro Balde. Balde on a normal day in that position, he's going to cut in and dribble through the midfield and create a space, find a space, and then position Lamine Yamal, show up for Lamine Yamal and continue with the ball. That's what he will have likely done.
Yes, 2-2 as it stands right now. We are straight into the 86th minute, and as things stands, seems will be destined for further 30 minutes to be played in this encounter in extra time. As it looks like both sides might not be able to break each other at the back again in this regulation time. But 5 minutes is still a lot of time in the game of football for one of them to find the winner Let's see who's going to get that late drama done in this encounter. Barcelona coming forward to attack right now. What will they make out of that? That should be a free kick. Referee allows place to continue since that was a fair challenge. It's going to be a throw-in advantage to Barcelona. Femi Lopez was brought down there. And it looks like he's having an issue there. But let's just hope he'll be able to continue because we can see him leaping after being fouled there. Crazy skill there from the 17 years old Spain international. Tries to drop one into the path of his teammate. Was Inter Milan who has regained possession. And that's Barcelona regains it also from Inter Milan. It was by Araujo with the ball there. Comes out wide and finds Gerard Martin. Yes, Barcelona attacking from the back right now. Martin with the ball, comes forward with the ball, holds onto it. Not in a rush to drop that. Finally drops it. And here is Barcelona coming forward right there. What would they make out of this? Is that not your man there? So Omo, right? Sorry, De Jong.
De Jong, yeah. There's no replacement for him, actually. He's enjoying that.
Looking to play 1-2
enjoying
there,
the
lost
monopoly.
possession. Inter Milan will look to break out on the counter. And there's the goalkeeper coming to the rescue there. Thuram was almost freed on goal there. But on Chesney to the rescue for Barcelona. It's going to be a throw into Barcelona. 87 minutes gone in that counter. And still 2 other stars. Who is going to give us that late drama this game needs in this encounter? You still seeing Barcelona scoring the third one before the end of this regulation time?
Yes, I do. Yeah, I think Barca is going to create the upset needed to win this game, and it might not be up to 2, but I desire 2 goals from Barca to give
There's a chance for Barcelona.
comfort.
Yes,
Shoot!
Rafinha with a shot here. Shoot! Follow-up shot. That is the goal. Well stand. The comeback has been completed by Barcelona. From the edge of elimination to the brink of destiny.
You know, Shego, I think you should give me a high five here. You should give me a high five here.
Really. For Barcelona. For Barcelona. From the edge of elimination to the brink of destiny. Barcelona flipped the script in the most dramatic way possible. Down to goals at halftime. Now leading 3-2 at the San Siro. The spirits of old Barcelona reborn through the youth, belief and brilliance. Lamine Yamal electric, Rafinha leader, the midfield ruthless in recovery, Inter Milan storm, the San Siro silenced. This is what UEFA Champions Night are made of: chaos, comebacks, history in motion. Barcelona now have one hand on the ticket to Munich, but it's not over yet.
Well, like I said, 3-2 is not what we desire.
VR.
Yeah, they want to check if that guy was involved with ball play.
VR.
But he's not involved with the play. He wasn't in the line of play.
If that goal will be cancelled by VR.
No goal will be cancelled. The goal stands and Barca leads. One more goal from Barca.
Let's see if that Barcelona player didn't interfere in that ball going.
No, there was no interference, and it didn't stop
with the goal,
defender.
and that goal stands for Barcelona. What a turnaround from Barcelona! Great turnaround from the guys there.
Oh my God, I love this boys.
What a turnaround!
Oh boy!
3-2 the lead at the San Siro. 1 leg into the final. And can they hang on for the remaining moments of this encounter?
Of course,
as we straight into the 89th minutes, we should be having about 5 minutes additional time be added at the end of regulation time. What a game of football! What a turnaround!
Yeah, so this is how football is now. This is the present position of football. You know, back in the days, you score a goal and you say, oh, they are Italians. You can't penetrate their walls. Once they score, they keep 1 goal and that's it. AC Milan used to do it. Inter Milan did it. You know, you just actually think that's it once they score. But football has changed. People can actually score goals. People can actually break ranks irrespective of the wall you set up or the train you push there. And, you know, I give a lot of credit to Hansi Flick for managing this kind of side. This is a youth side without any, just 1 or 2 special players. Lamine Yamal, maybe Pedri. You know, I don't see any special player on the field. Lewandowski is coming on now. It's coming on now. Yeah, it's going to get the game time.
Maybe we'll be having your 4-2 result at the end of this game. Yes, it's the 90th minute. And it's Ferran Torres who has been replaced in this encounter.
Yeah.
What a game! What a game! Speechless for Barcelona.
It is. It is actually.
And we have 5
speechless,
minutes additional time, just like I predicted.
Yeah.
And Barcelona has 5 more minutes to hang on to their lead.
No, not to hang on, to score one more goal.
When Inter Milan
should actually
Inter Milan were leading 2-0, they don't want to hang on.
No, but I told you Barca will come back, and I also, predicted that 4-2 will be a better scoreline, for fans. The next 5 minutes, because Inter will come out and try and score. So any counter or any good counter attack can give Barca an opportunity to go at Inter, and Lewandowski or Lamine or Rafinha may just get their goal at this point in time. But the match is still not over until it is over. Inter has a free kick in a dangerous position, and you know how Italians like to rough things. But I think I believe in the Barca back line, their high line. They have a way of keeping their lines, their ranks. I just hope they can keep that line properly and keep the Inter guys off. And
straight into the second minute.
Yes, they don't even need to keep them off.
Additional time in this encounter. There's going to be a throw into Inter Milan, who are coming back, trying to get the third goal in the dying embers of this game. And it's Barcelona with a throw in for Inter Milan. They'll be looking to send a long one into the box to defend it. So it's Barcelona trying to defend their line right now. They're currently leading this one. Turn around in this game for Barcelona. Really, really great football from these young lads against Inter Milan tonight. Who would have thought of this? I think the dog had a belief all game on that, yes, they are going to get on. They come back in this one, and they were able to get on. You can see the Inter Milan players asking for another penalty. Should be the fourth, and the referee is going to allow advantage.
That should be the fourth
Lamine Yamal with the ball there, cuts inward and drops it into the middle of the park, finds Pedri. Pedri chose the safety one, drops it back to Lamine Yamal. Yamal will have one to beat a cuts inward, and a powerful shot from Lamine Yamal.
Oh my God!
Walk to the rescue.
Oh my God! That should have been the fourth goal.
Third minute, and you can see the Inter Milan players still going back to meet the referee, asking for a penalty there. Let's see if the referee is going to give that. The goalkeeper was beaten. Yasuma was beaten there. Totally. There was nothing he was going to do, but the woodwork to the rescue for Inter Milan. Let's see that penalty call again. I think his hand was in natural position there. It
was by his body.
Lewandowski, I don't think that should be given. Yes, referee last place to continue. We're straight into the third minute. And Barcelona are coming all out to attack against this Inter Milan, who are also going all out against Barcelona, looking to salvage one more goal in this encounter. We're straight into the third minute or 5 minutes. Barcelona with the ball there. Big brother, referee last place to continue. Says that was a fair challenge. We have the ban. We have a
That's a foul. That's a foul.
What a goal there from Inter Milan.
Let's take a look at
and this drama is not ending in this game. It's now 3-3 in this encounter. What a drama. What a night of football at the San Siro. Inter Milan are back in this one. It's now 3-3 as it stands.
We will be looking at that through VAR. That was a foul. And if VAR doesn't take that as a foul in the build-up to that goal, then sorry, this is so not fair.
Nice. Looks like there's also a lot of pressure on the Barcelona players there. They should be clearing that out.
No, just take a look. Take a look at this. Take a look at this.
This was where the issue happened. No, I don't think there was a foul.
It was a foul.
There was no foul there. I don't think there was.
It was infringed.
Let's see that again. I don't really think there was a foul there. A beautiful goal there. What a goal from AGG, the defender, to get Barcelona, to get Inter Milan back in this one. Questions on Araujo. He should be doing better there for Christ's sake.
What kind of defending was that from Araujo? That was a poor defending from Araujo.
Wow, it looks like we'll be finally settling for extra time in this account here, because we are straight into the 5th minute of additional time, and the referee is dishing out his cards in that game already. AGG goal stands as the VAR has judged that to be a fair one, and it's a goal for Inter Milan. AGG has seen a yellow card already in this game. Game on in this encounter. Inter 3, Barcelona 3.
Oh, well, if that goal stands, it looks it stands.
Yeah, it stands.
Then, I'm not impressed with the defense. Barca should have been more clinical with more serious with their
yellow
defense.
card there to the Barcelona manager there. It looks like more persons on the Barcelona bench will be getting cards for infringing against the 4th official there. So we go straight into the 5th minute. Yes, it looks like we'll be going straight into extra times at the end of this game. When we thought it was game over already, and Inter Milan's songers there says that is not a game over. Yeah, so we have 30 more minutes to play in this encounter.
Now, I'm going to blame Gerard Martin for that error, because he had the ball. He could have kicked the ball away.
Out.
instead of dressing that
I
ball.
was complaining about that some minutes ago when he lost the ball into the part of Ram in the middle of the park. You have to make a decision as early as possible.
Yeah. Should have kicked the ball away instead of dressing the ball. Now he will learn that by experience. He possibly never had such experience in the past.
Yes,
And
Lamine
it's,
Yamal in the box there, the Barcelona team there. Like, yeah, it's still Barcelona in possession of the ball, looking to get a late drama. Will they be getting late winner here? Inter Milan will look to attack right now. What will Inter Milan make out of that? Cuts inward here, drops it straight, but Barcelona Araujo and wins possession. And still back in place. Barcelona in the middle of the park there with the ball. Beats one and look inward here. And the long one here might just be a chance. Lamine Yamal in the box with that beat. Yes, someone to the rescue. Well, that would have been the goal. But yeah, someone says no, not again. I'm not being beaten for the fourth time. And says no to Lamine Yamal, but I think that was a straight shot at the goalkeeper there.
It was too weak.
Yeah, it was a weak shot at the goalkeeper.
And I think
that is it at this game. We have to settle for 3-3 at the end of 90 minutes. So as it stands here, we have 30 more minutes to play in this account as we go straight into extra time. What a game of football.
Yeah, what a game of football. This game has been so tough. It's been so tough. I didn't expect that last goal to come in. Barca actually made a blunder. Make a terrible blunder from that last goal. That should not have been allowed. The defender should have been more forceful. He should have been a lot more pushy. He should have taken the ball away anywhere in except your area instead of dressing the ball. Because they can nudge you off the ball, because they actually nudged him off the ball, but the referee didn't take it to heart. And the officials didn't even blow in favor. And that's why Hansi Flick will get that warning, as well as the guys on the Barca bench, because the guy was infringed off the ball. But Barca didn't do anything fantastic about it. He should have taken the shot away. Unfortunately, he didn't.
Okay, so let's see how it goes in the extra time. Gerard Martin, from having a prolific game up to conceding that falling down when it really matters most. But let's see what we bring into the extra time. Even the referee needs the water there. I also think I need water in the studio. Now the doc, we're going to extra time. 15 minutes apiece, 15 minutes in the first half, 15 minutes in the second half. And if there's still no goals in the extra time, we'll go straight to penalty shootouts.
Okay.
Now, what do you think? Yes, we've seen Barcelona come back, and we've seen that, yes, they are capable of scoring. But we've also seen this Inter Milan side that, yes, they don't create a lot of chances, but the minimal chance they create, they know how to make good use of it. So
exactly.
What are your expectations for the extra times?
Yeah. So the extra time, well, the way it looks, the Barca team should not try going to penalties. Somas is like in the form of his life right now. And you never know what happens when you have to go into penalties. It's either this or that. It can go either way. So I see Barca coming in with a push again. And I see an advantage here for the Barca players because of the age of their players. They are pretty young. And these boys are like a military force. You know, they play like, and Barca is yet to utilize their top striker. He just came in fresh, 89th minute. So Lewandowski is going to have a lot of firepower in those legs. Even if he's to do this and get injured, it wouldn't matter. And you have Fermin Lopez just coming in, and Barca still has a chance for one or two more substitutes as they are going into extra time right now. So I see Barca with the advantage, and I see Inter Milan being weak or weaker. I just hope Barca will not make those blunders that they made in the defense. Just the last equalizer should not have happened had the Barca defender been more decisive. Because all he needed to do was just kick the ball off. Just kick it out anywhere. Throwing anywhere, the moon. You know, this was what happened in 1994 when Nigeria went to play against Italy at the World Cup, second round of the World Cup. Nigeria was leading into the 87th minute of that game. And according to the coach, Clemens Westerhoff, he said all Iguavon and the rest of them needed to do was cleared the ball into the space. Anywhere will do. Instead of dressing the ball or trying to pass in your penalty area, send the ball to the fans. Unfortunately, one of them couldn't send the ball to the fans, and the Italians got the ball, laid a pass to Roberto Baggio in Nigerian 18, and one shot from Baggio to the last corner sent goalkeeper Peter Rufai crawling for nothing, and then we were pushed into extra time, and it was during the extra time that Baggio again will score, and then Italy will send Nigeria away from their first opportunity at second round, and that was even our first World Cup. And just that blunder, that defensive blunder, you should know when to clear away. Just put yourself in the mind of an Atletico Madrid player today. Right now, I play for Simeone, so anywhere will do, ni.
Okay, at the end of 90 minutes in Milan, this tie refused to be tamed. 6 goals in the first leg, 6 goals again tonight. Inter 3, Barcelona 3, and now into the fire of extra time we go. Barcelona from the ashes of a 2-0 deficit in a stunning 3-2 lead, but Inter Milan resilient, unbreakable, dragging this battle beyond 90. Tired legs of racing at history on the lines. This is what the UEFA Champions League was built for. Night soaked in chaos, courage and destiny. 30 more minutes to play, or maybe penalties. One step from Munich, one last test of will from those guys in the extra time of this encounter. So we have 15 minutes in the first half, 15 minutes in the second half, still to enjoy this beautiful game of football.
Oh, well, for
you wanted extra time, right? Because I'll 2-1 you were going to take extra time.
That's throwing it back at me,
No, even I'm not a fan of extra time. Like, I'm not a fan of,
I wouldn't have wanted this extra time. It's one of
those things we
because
have to do.
if Barca just rounded it off, then it would have been better, for the fans. But I think we're still looking at that.
But unfortunately, they couldn't just.
We are here in extra time.
Work. For all the good things, what's it called? The Barcelona player, Gerard Martin had done in this game. He just, let everything off with that foul and that slip right there. I remember we've also had one, experience of slipping. I remember Chelsea against Manchester United in 2008 UEFA Champions League final. I was everywhere celebrating already when I saw John Terry going forward to take that penalty, only to be taken aback by the silence in the area. That what did happen? Only for him to get back to the view center and saw that, Chelsea lost the penalty.
And it was John Terry.
We went on to lose that game.
And it was because he slipped.
Yes, 9 minutes magic, 10 minutes errors like this are really costly in a game of football. So it's any of these two sides that makes it to the final, I think, yes, they are worthy winners of the UEFA Champions League this year. Any of the two sides. Not really Barcelona alone. Okay, yes, we're straight into the extra time. Sorry, not additional time. It's one of those things you get added when when championship gets to knockout stage. We are into 2 minutes or straight into the third minute of our extra time in this encounter. It's still 3-3, Barcelona 3, Inter Milan 3, just like we had in the first leg. And this game is full of drama and full of magic. So it's Inter Milan with a throw-in right there, and they'll be looking to get back into the lead. We saw them score 2 in the first half of regulation time. Can they do that magic again and get 2 goals in the first half of extra time against Barcelona? But Lewandowski is on the pitch right now. Experience up front for Barcelona. And let's see if it comes to party for them. And now what is Paul Victor didn't even come in and he's getting a yellow card on the bench. And now looking at it, what is the difference, or what difference will Robert Lewandowski be bringing into this game? Probably, if only that Lamine Yamal shot had gone in.
And that's Lamine. 2 shots from Lamine Yamal. One against Sommer that was not well taken. The other was against the Woodworks. And had the chances, so we can also blame him for not taking his chances because those things are very key. They are deciders to outcomes of games.
Yes, Inter Milan attacking. He's trying with the ball there, tries to chick one in there.
I actually think the guy is offside. I don't know why they don't wave the flag.
Players to continue. And is Barcelona attacking right now?
Players are
energy
injured.
Is what is needed in this extra time right now. So let's see who still has a lot of energy in the bank. Inter Milan attacking. Might just be a chance for a fourth one there. And into the balls went down, but the referee allows that to continue. Says that wasn't a challenge worthy of the penalty. You can see the Inter Milan faithfuls as the fans are on their feet right now, believing that
There was
yes,
no
they
contact
can
with
do
him.
and they can do it in this extra time. And only time will tell. We've seen 5 minutes of the first 15 minutes already played in this extra time. Here's a throw into Inter Milan. And here's Damian taking this throw in. He will be looking to get a long one into the Barcelona box there. And Damian will throw in into the box there. Tries to play in what's it called? Tries to play in Dumfries, and they return into the box there. And look, there's also a push, and the referee says yes, that was a push on Eric Garcia, who is now holding onto his knee there. I just hope he'll be able to continue this encounter.
I don't think it's a match. I think he just took a knock. The guy possibly. Okay, landed awkwardly.
Yeah, landed awkwardly,
We don't want to lose Eric Garcia.
Okay, I think he's back on his feet.
Back on his feet.
Back in play there is Barcelona at the heart of the defense there. And yes, that man who caused that goal. Yes, Barcelona attacking right now. What will they make out of this? Tries to play in and plays it straight into the part of Rafinha. Rafinha with the ball there. Beats one, beats two, cuts inward with the ball. And chose to go back into the part of Araujo, the captain. Finds Eric Garcia. Eric Garcia goes out wide, finds Lamine Yamal. Yamal going against Augusto. I don't know why I just laugh when I see
against his customers.
Back in the middle of the park.
Yamal and his customers.
Go back into the middle. Finds the captain Araujo. Araujo out wide and finds Pau Kubasi. Kubasi out there finds Gerard Martin. Martin will come forward with the ball there for Inter Milan.
Too sluggish.
Drops it into the middle of the park. Yes, still Barcelona. That was Frankie de Jong onto the part of Pedri. Pedri comes forward with the ball for Barcelona. Goes out wide, finds Lamine Yamal. Yamal with his customers lined up in front of him, queuing in front of this 17 years old. Like, who is asking for mercy from the God Almighty? Yeah, still Barcelona, and he crosses into the ball. Tries to play in tries to play in his teammates. Lewandowski there was trying to play in. Yeah, still Barcelona in possession. Eric Garcia with the ball there, holds onto it and tries to play in and drops it straight into part of Lamine Yamal. Yamal with the ball, enterprising with the ball at his feet. And it's always drama whenever this boy comes forward with the ball. Just 17 years old. And yes, Barcelona. But that was a sluggish one there from the Barcelona midfielder there. Pedri. I think he was not expecting that ball to come true for him there.
He wasn't expecting the ball, but should you not be expecting the ball? I think the ball was too heavy. That's just it. He was expecting the ball. He moved in direction of the ball. But he was too close to the goalkeeper. That's why he couldn't get to it. So I have to build again. Whoops. Ish.
Okay. Back in play. Kebi, the goal scorer, returns it back to the goalkeeper. Yasoma, who finds Bastoni. Bastoni comes forward with the ball, holds onto it and returns it back to the goalkeeper. Returns the favor, and Soma takes a long one and tries to play in the fries. And yes, and Turam going against Pakibasi. And Araujo returns it back to the goalkeeper. Szczesny holds onto the ball. Yes, he'll be familiar with this guy. He's having played with Juventus in the Italian Serie A. Yes, and Barcelona attacking one more time and looking to get back into the lead in this encounter. The last time they went into the lead in this game, it didn't really last long, more than 2 minutes for them to lead in this one. Yes, and Barcelona attacking with the ball. The Inter Milan player asking for an offside. The referee gives that and says that is an offside call against Rafinha. Straight into the 8 minutes or 15 minutes first half extra time. Yes, it's going to be a free kick, or it's going to be a kick for Inter Milan. And we have another substitution from Barcelona, and it's Hector Fort will be thrown into this game. Eric Garcia looks like he's tired out already.
I think he's injured from that fall.
Wow, Hector Fort.
Well, you'll have to make do with what you have. Gerard Martin was never expected to be in the squad, but he's here as a starter, and he was doing well until. So Hector Fort.
Are you really comfortable with having Hector Fort, in this game?
Well, he will have to bring up some muscles because Inter Milan is a muscle team. The players he will be playing against.
Because I'll prefer, someone like Christensen coming in. Moving into the centre back and probably Araujo moving to the right back. I think that would have been better.
The question is, will Araujo's pace meet up? That's a question.
Inter Milan looking for the fourth goal, and that is it. Inter Milan are back in the lead in this one.
Oh my God.
And what a goal for Inter Milan. What a turnaround we're still having in this game. And yeah, we have Inter Milan who are back in the lead. Zelensky with the goal. Where is it jumping?
He better not enjoy himself.
Sorry.
He's better not
sending
injured
Inter Milan
himself. We
back
still
in
have
the league.
about how
We are
many
straight
minutes?
into the
25
99th
minutes into this
What
game.
a game of football. What drama. What miracle we're having tonight at San Siro. The home side are back in the lead. And they've got in the fourth goal in this one. It's currently Inter 4, Barcelona 3.
Yeah, so it's back where it used to be. Inter takes the lead, Barca equalizes.
Now we're in extra time.
Unfortunately,
So now,
we're in extra time and we have just a limited time. And anybody can go pack anything now and you may just get away with it because legs are virtually tired and boys cannot run as much as they could earlier.
why afford him this much time? The time there was too much. The time was too much.
He actually deceived them.
He
Did it so well. No, that's Paul Kubasi. He actually deceived them pretty well. He took it well.
And there was nothing the goalkeeper could do.
Yeah, he took it pretty well. He found his angle. He placed it excellently well. He did. That was
in the second half there.
That was a well taken goal by Fratesi.
Fratesi there with a goal.
Fratesi got a well taken goal. But the boys I have will not go to sleep until this game is over. So let's see how this plays out.
Talking about Fratesi, they replaced Mkhitaryan in the 7th or 9th minute. It was one of those substitutions thrown into this game by the manager Simeon Inzaghi, and it looks like yes, the price has been paid by the team getting that goal for Inter Milan. As Inter Milan 4, Barcelona 3 after 10 minutes of play in the first half. 5 more minutes to play in this first half, and Lamine Yamal with the ball there tries to tease one into the box. Yansuma will gather that for Inter Milan, not going to threaten the goalkeeper, and he holds on to that and is not in a rush and to send that out. And yes, the goalkeeper finally sending that out into the midfield. I think he might be getting. Is that an injury to an Inter Milan player?
They're going to try waste time now.
Time to waste time.
Yeah, that's what Barca should have been doing at those few minutes to the end of the game. Those 34 minutes, they should have been falling off here.
But you also wanted them to go forward, and try and get the fourth goal.
Fourth goal. Well, but that's because that's our gameplay. That's our philosophy.
This is the price you pay for that mistake by Gerard Martin in the dying embers of that game.
Yeah, that's right. That's you say you make an error, the whole team pays the price, and maybe the whole world too. Because if they don't get to go to the final, they can't win the treble. If they don't get the treble, a lot of hopes are dashed and morale will drop. But should they go ahead and get the treble, go ahead and get into the final, possibly get the treble, a lot of players here will be so elevated, You'll see FIFA and Pro Evolution rating players as much as 92, 94, and 96 coming up. And a lot of ego too will rise, values will rise, etc., etc. The club will also make a lot of money if that happens.
I think this game will go down as one of those historic matches in UEFA Champions League. They come back in the first leg, they come back in the return leg,
and then come back to win again. Barca will still come back and win. That will be the historic part of it.
That I can't really.
And historic parts, they come back to win without going into penalties. That's going to be the icing on the cake.
You think that is going to happen?
Yeah, that will be the icing on the cake.
Okay, let's see if that is really going to be.
Because that's going to be really sweet. If that
Barcelona
happens.
looks to attack there. Bastoni there with a big one. Rescue that for Inter Milan. And yes, I'm back in play. Szczesny, who has been beaten 4 times in this encounter, holds onto the ball, drops it into the path of Paul Kubasi. Kubasi comes forward and drops it into the path of Pedri. Pedri with the ball, returns back to Kubasi. We've not really seen much from Femi Lopez since coming into this game.
Well, he came in at a time the team was already about to close.
All right, straight into the 104th minute, which means we've seen 14 minutes of action in this first half of extra time. We are going straight into the last minute. It's Barcelona who are currently back trailing in this encounter. Their lead in this encounter only short-lived. Leading by 3-2 in the dying embers, but conceded late to Akebi goal in the 94th minute. And they've also gone back in this encounter, conceding to Fratesi in the first half of the extra time. And we have 1 more minute to play in this encounter. Barcelona trailing and looking for a response in this one. That was a shot kept on rising. Hector Fort trying to charge forward and see if he can get a goal of his own in this game.
That was a good shot, but it was just He should have just
Yeah,
kept it down.
There's power in that boy's leg.
A lot of power, but he should have kept it down. The keeper could have just, even if he touched it, he would have parried it down for a rebound. And that could have created an opportunity for the team to score. As it stands, Barca is not looking very fine. However, there is still about 20 minutes to play. Or should I say 17 minutes to play.
We don't really have much extra time, much additional time being added at the extra time. So I think at the end of it might be maybe 1 minute, 2 minutes being added.
Yeah, 1-2 minutes.
We have a lot of tired legs, heavy legs on the pitch right now.
I agree with you. 1-2 minutes is fine.
So let's see how those Barcelona guys
Barca
respond.
just needs to equalize now as quickly as possible.
Hold on to the ball in the middle of the park there. Still Barcelona approaching the Inter Milan's defense there. Lamine Yamal dancing through the ranks there. Pedri dancing through the ranks there. Lost possession and through to Inter Milan. Big heavy block being set at the back there. Barcelona in possession of the ball right now. Araujo with the ball. What will they make out of that? And looks to they take play from the defense there. We are straight into the 15th minute of first half additional extra time. Sorry, I don't know why additional time keeps on coming. Lamine Yamal with the ball also right now. Cuts inward and still holds onto the ball for Barcelona. And tries to play in his teammates. What a teasing cross there. But the Barcelona player never, I think he wasn't expecting that cross for.
No, the ball was too heavy. It was way too far from him.
And since it's raining already on the pitch, Evans has opened his flood.
Yeah, as I look at it, things it's raining, and this is good rains for Barca.
How many minutes is that? Is that 5 or 3?
What's that?
Additional time. Oh, it's 3 minutes additional
3 minutes.
time at the end of first half extra time. Wow, it's on rare occasion where you have this much minutes being added at the end of first half in extra time.
Yeah, there were breaks, there were pauses here and there. The guy that fell down and sat on the floor thought he could get away with it, and I think UEFA was trying to show him that he can't just get away with sitting on the ground in the name of time wasting.
As Barcelona approaching and dictating the flow of play right now in the dying embers of this game. 1 minute gone already in the first half. 3 minutes additional time, and tries to play in Robert Lewandowski. But Janseman rolls eyes there to gather that, and is not in a rush to drop that. We're straight almost going into the second minute of 3 minutes additional time. We still have 15 more minutes to play in the second half of extra time in this encounter. It has really been a worthy match between both sides, who has really come against each other in this game. Inter Milan 4, Barcelona 3 as it stands in the second half of extra time. You can see they are not even interested in playing football right now. They just want to waste time. And that is the difference between Barcelona and Inter Milan. This was what I was expecting from Barcelona. In the last, that 5 minute additional time, they should have wasted that time out.
Yeah, well, we will have expected Flick to instruct the boys to do that. But
I think your manager was also more interested.
Boys are not trained to do that.
Goals.
Boys are not trained to do that. The boys are trained to keep the opponents away by scoring goals.
You are loading an attack. No, it's not. I trust my Chelsea.
The most difficult part of it will be to stay back and try to defend. That will have been the most difficult.
They will have approached them,
yes, because you'll be defending from your goal area, which is dangerous, very, very dangerous.
There's a chance
like
for Inter Milan
this,
to get the fifth goal. Yeah, might just bring a fifth goal for Inter Milan. What would they make out of this? In the box there, still Inter, but Barcelona clears their lines halfway. Back to the goalkeeper. Szczesny will get out of this for Barcelona. We're straight into the last minutes of a 3 minutes additional time in this first half. As Barcelona coming forward, almost falling the air again. It's back on his feet, and probably the rain was also one of the reasons why he actually went down there. That was lucky.
Okay, you mean the guy that slipped?
Yes, what's got Gerard Martin? I think we've seen the first half. This should be the last. This should be the last kick in the first half. Bastoni takes that throw in, and Inter Milan looks to attack again against Barcelona. And they're taking the pressure to Barcelona in this first half. And gradually, finally, for the first time in this encounter, I think Inter Milan are really dictating the tempo of play, unlike in the regulation time. And this first half, end of first half in extra time. And it's Barcelona 3, Inter Milan 4 at the San Siro. A lot of dramas, but we go straight into the last 15 minutes of this encounter in the second half of this game. So there's still everything to play for in this encounter, Didoc.
Well, 15 minutes for Inter Milan. 15 minutes is going to be a long, long time. For Barca, 15 minutes is going to look so short as it is. However it is, whether 15 minutes is long or 15 minutes is short, 15 minutes is going to be the decider for who goes through to the finals from today's event. So let's see how it goes. It's actually a challenging 15 minutes. It's a tensive one. It's really tensive. This is similar to what Chelsea showed Barca in 2009. It was very, very close until the 94th minute or 92nd minute when Iniesta poked that ball right in the net, and Chelsea had no solution to it. So things happen within 1 minute or extra time, injury time. 15 minutes could be a long, long time for those who are defending, while it's so short for those who want to score. So I expect Barca to launch more attack and keep attempting to score goals. Even if they will concede goals, they will still go ahead and attack the Inter ranks. And that's what I expect Barcelona to do right now. So no problem at all. We're in this together until the final blow of the whistle.
Okay, as we have 15 more minutes to play this game, and it looks like, yes, we have a lot of tired legs when it comes to attacking for Barcelona. And we've seen another substitution, and it's Kubasi being withdrawn for Pau Victor. Wow, this substitution is Barcelona are making. It's another player you're comfortable with.
Barcelona defense
it's not looking like Barcelona just have a first 11. The bench is not really.
There's no depth.
There's no depth. The squad depth is not.
There's no depth. You can tell. There's no depth. Even the first 11 is Dani Olmo,
You can put your money
Lopez.
on Inter Milan scoring a 5th goal right now in this encounter.
Well. However it is, Barca is going to go all out. Like I said, Hansi Flick is going to throw in all his ammunitions to go and get goals. The defense is not the issue now. The defense is not the point now. Scoring goals is the point. Yeah, exactly.
In this game.
So
yes, game has restarted, and it's the second half of extra time. Sorry, not additional time. Yes, Barcelona are chasing this one. Now they're trailing 4-3 in this game against Inter Milan, who are currently at home and looking to dominate and wants to get a goal. And they are not even ready to come all out against Barcelona anymore. They want to defend for as long as possible in this one. Barcelona coming forward there for the first chance to this second half extra time. But that was easily defended there by Damian, and it's a throw into Barcelona there. Here's Gerard Martin there with the ball, drops it straight into the out of the defense. Back to Gerard, and here's Barcelona attacking. What would they make out of this? Femi Lopez comes forward with the ball, steals onto it, looks inward and finds his teammate there. Barcelona is still in possession, and they're looking to create space in between and finds that final loophole in between the Inter Milan defenders there. Coming forward, what would they make out of that? So Barcelona attacking there. We've seen the first minutes of the second half extra time. As yes, Lamine Yamal with the ball, yet to have a goal in this encounter. Well, be dribbling everybody around there.
See how many bodies are in there. Oh boy, see how many legs were standing there.
Well, again, we are straight into the 107th minute, second minute of second half extra time. So we have barely 13 more minutes to play. 13 more minutes for Barcelona to find a goal. 13 more minutes for Inter Milan to hang on to their lead in this one or get more goals against this Barcelona and put this game to bed. Here's Barcelona in possession of the ball. Here is Rafinha. He should have gone for a shot there, right?
Did you see how many bodies were standing in front of him?
With the ball there. What will he make out of that? Still in the box of Inter Milan, and the cross with that beat. Ooh, what a chance for Inter Milan. But I think the referee for Barcelona, sorry. And Lewandowski rose highest there. You would have expected him doing better there. Let's see what really happened there. Lamine Yamal with the ball. 3 men on him there. And he actually still find a way.
Boy, that would have been a goal if he went in.
Yeah.
I think
Robert should be doing better there. He got his head on that.
Oh my God.
I think he just didn't get it where he was expecting the ball. I think he should have, been. But that was a good chance for Barcelona. The first real chance in the second half.
Very beautiful chance.
Inter Milan will be making another substitution. The experience the Vej being thrown into this game, and Dumfries things looks to be injured, and he will be replaced in the 108 minutes of this encounter. So it's Diverge will be thrown into this game at the San Siro, and for the remaining 12 minutes of this encounter, it's still 4-3 Inter Milan lead. And do you think Barcelona can complete a comeback in this extra time?
Yes, I do.
Put that
Absolutely.
in the comment section.
Absolutely. If any team can do, this team can. They can get the equalizer and they can win in extra time.
Okay.
But I think if they get the equalizer now, they would rather just settle for penalty. Because this has been a case of I score you, I score me, I score back, you score back.
Coming forward again. Yeah, might just be a chance for the fifth one. Straight at the goalkeeper there. Beautiful save from the goalkeeper Chesney. To divide Fertesi's second goal in this encounter. And that should have been an offside call against Thuram. Thuram was in offside position.
Should
there.
be an offside. I don't understand. What are the referees looking at? What is the officiating like?
That? No, it says that is going to be a corner.
What is the officiating like?
And it's advantage in Inter Milan because we're straight into the 100.
The officiating has been unfair in this game. It's been very, very unfair.
It's 5 minutes been played already in the second half of extra time. And still Inter 4, Barcelona 3. Inter Milan has a chance from a corner kick to get a fifth goal. But Barcelona defending with all their life. And looks like there's a lot of tired legs on the side of Barcelona right now. And Inter Milan doing a lot of defensive work there. And getting hold of the ball. Referee says it's going to be a free kick.
It's an offside.
Offside call, sorry, against Inter Milan. So it's going to be a free kick to Barcelona to restart play. But we've seen 5 minutes of action in the second half. 10 more minutes to play. And it's Inter Milan who leads on 4-3. He goes from Fratesi in the 99th minute, Akebi in the 93rd minute, Chanalogu in the 45th minute, and the first goal from
Inter,
the
shot
from Lisandro Martinez in the 21st minute. The comeback for Barcelona started with Eric Garcia in the 54th minute. Dani Olmo doubled the lead and scored the second goal, equalized for Barcelona in the 60th minute. Rafinha gave them the lead in the 87th minute, but that lasted just some 6 minutes before Akebi equalized for Inter Milan, and Fratesi sending Inter Milan into the lead in the 99th minute of this encounter. And you can see the bench of Inter Milan, they're just waiting to see the last 10 minutes of this encounter. And Dudok, finally, are you letting this go?
No. There's still time. We still have 10 minutes to play in this game. And let's score just 2 or 3 minutes to the end of the game. Barca can score any time into the game. As long as Barca does not concede another goal now, it's I think it's something to look out for. It's still a game. It's still a game to fight for.
Right now against Barcelona.
Yes, Inter has the advantage, but it's only an advantage which Barca had also.
This was exactly what I was expecting of them when they were leading 2-0 during the regulation time. You have to go all out against this Barcelona side, but they chose to be conservative and defend and soak the pressure until they conceded 2 goals. And I think that mistake is what they don't want to repeat in this, later 9 minutes of this encounter.
Various teams have their philosophies and they have their preparations. The Barca team that I know does not prepare for devilish or satanic blocks like that. They don't play that. It's not in their philosophy. They try playing a good, clean game of football, and as much as possible, that's what they were trying to do. Hansi Flick is a coach that doesn't agree to you going back to defend because you're leading by 1 goal. He believes, and the Barca philosophy believes, that the best way to defend is by attacking your opponents. If they don't have the ball or they don't have a chance to come at you, what kind of cross is this now? Who is this person?
That should be Hector Fort.
Is it that he doesn't know the size of his leg?
That's Hector. That was what's that without?
That's Hector Fort.
Oh.
That was Hector Fort.
Here we go, kick out to Inter Milan. The time is fast ticking. We're straight into this 113th minute. 7 more minutes to play in this encounter. And Inter Milan holds the advantage at the San Siro. 4-3 the lead against Barcelona in this game. What a game of football we're having. Yeah, and somehow with the goal kick, takes a long one into the Barcelona half. And the Inter Milan striker there will pursue that, but Barcelona to the rescue, steals onto that, returns it back to the goalkeeper, and Chesney with the ball there, drops it inward into the defense there. He has a chance for Barcelona to attack against Inter Milan. Looks like the momentum has really dropped on the side of Barcelona. The
That's
passion,
after
the
110
we've not
minutes.
really seen from there.
Of course.
Inter Milan still hanging on in this game. Barcelona in the middle of the park lost the possession, but still Barcelona will regain possession. We're straight into 104 minutes, 6 more minutes to play in extra time, second half regulation time. It looks like, yes, the clock is fast ticking in this one.
113th minute. Okay, that's about 7. We still have about 7 minutes to play.
There's a chance for Inter Milan to chase the 5th goal against Barcelona right now. It looks like the experience is coming to be the difference between these two sides in the dying embers of this game. Yes, let's see even that will really work the magic for Inter Milan. Barcelona regains possession, and it's going to be a throw into Barcelona. And
throw the ball quickly and leave that place.
Drop it. So he's going to take that. Yes, takes it inward into the middle of the park. Still Barcelona in possession. Gerard Martins clears that into the middle of the park. And Barcelona will look to attack against Inter Milan right now. Here's a chance for Barcelona. What in the name? Oh, beautiful pass. And Lamine Yamal in board. Yeah. Oh, what a chance for Lamine Yamal. But they couldn't get underneath the touch. Jan Sommer has an answer to that this time around. That was destined for the back of the net. Beautiful save from Jan Sommer, who says Lamine Yamal is not going to get a goal against him.
Had
that
a
was
hand.
a lucky hand on that. But it's going to be a corner kick for Barcelona as they're going straight into the 115th minute of this game, which means we've seen 10 minutes of action in the second half. 5 more minutes to play between both sides. 5 minutes for Barcelona to get their 4th goal and probably send this game into penalty shootout. Or 5 more minutes for Inter Milan to hang on to their slim lead in this one. Look at that. That was almost going. Cheeky one from Lamine Yamal, and a great save there from Jan Sommer, who has really been one of the reasons why Inter Milan are still in this encounter. Barcelona are currently growing in confidence right now since they've gotten their energy back and feel like, yes, they can get that 4th goal against this Inter Milan. What in the hell was the pass? Yes, and Inter Milan has regained possession of the ball there, still holds on to it, and the referee allows play to continue since that was a fair challenge. Back in place, Lamine Yamal with the ball there, tries to beat 1 or 2, and Inter Milan regains possession. Barcelona back into it here, looks to attack, and it seems like I've not really seen much from Rafinha. Looks like he has tired out in this encounter.
It's very. It's the one moving the ball now. Yes, it's natural for him to tire out at 140 minutes. They've been doing the attacking, they've been controlling the play, and they've been shooting at goals. Summer has not been very funny or very easy on them.
Okay,
it has made it very difficult for them.
The pressure forward there in this encounter as they look forward to get out their equalizer in this game. Will they get that straight forward there? And still Barcelona, Hector Fort with the ball there. Returns it back into the middle of the park, finds Frankie de Jong there. De Jong comes forward with the ball. Chicken one straight into the part of Lamine Yamal. Yamal with a shot again. Lewandowski with the follow-up, but Sommer to the rescue again for Inter Milan. And it's looking like Sommer has a personal beef with Lamine Yamal tonight. It's not allowing him to get a goal. Look at that shot from Lamine Yamal. And Lewandowski also rising the highest there, but couldn't keep his header down against the goalkeeper. So as it stands right now, we're straight into the 117th minute, 17 minutes into the second half of extra time.
Okay, so now we're getting concerned. We're getting anxious now because this is looking like 3-4 minutes to go, and Barca is yet to equalize, and they're in extra time. Running out. What kind of pass was that from Fermin Lopez? That was poor. That was so poor
right now.
That was so poor from Fermin Lopez.
All right, straight out right there. You can see what it means to the Inter Milan player. Rafinha played all the Barcelona players. Looks like they've tired out in this one. 118th minute of this game already. 2 more minutes to play in extra time regulation time. Can Barcelona come back in this one? Or is it game over? And as Inter Milan looks to march forward into the final in Munich, and the wait for who is going to win tomorrow between PSG and Arsenal in the return leg at the Paris in that encounter. PSG takes a 1-0 advantage, which they won right there at the Emirates Stadium in the first leg. So they'll be looking to get more goals, or will it be Arsenal getting that victory against All right there in Paris tomorrow. By this time, we should be knowing who is going to join either of Barcelona or Inter Milan in the final. Lamine Yamal.
Oh, well, this is the right thing to do at this point in time. You just take a foul for the team, get a yellow card if you've not got one before now. Somebody, oh my God. I just hope this doesn't end like this. Some people are waiting to come on me. They're waiting. They have their daggers ready. They have their daggers. They have their swords. Samurai. They want to come on me. Some people have been sending messages that I just hope it ends like this. And you see how it goes. How about we still have 2 minutes to play?
6 minutes. Yeah, we're straight. 1 more minute to play.
Yeah, no, we're going to get 1 extra minute or 2. So we still have 2 minutes to play until the final whistle. We are not giving up. We are Barca, and we don't give up until the dead of the night. Let's go.
And this is a game, one of those games that will grow out to be a Champions League classic. It's going to be watched years and years and years. Interesting match, from both the first leg and the return leg in this game between Barcelona and Inter Milan. Straight into the last minute.
It will be more classical if Barca should score now. It will even be more classical.
It's already classical enough. Here's the Barcelona, Robert Lewandowski. Rafael lost place to continue since that was the offside. Yeah, finally, he listened to his linesman since that was an offside call against Barcelona. The Inter Milan players and the fans are not ready to drop the ball. That's straight. No, that's not offside. Okay, it's off.
It wasn't off. It was on.
Okay, as Barcelona coming out for one of their last attack in this encounter.
No, that's not the last attack.
Advantage of this.
They have
be a chance for them to finally get the equalizer against Inter Milan. Lamine Yamal with the ball there. This time around,
but they already knew he was going there now. Why will he keep going to that side?
Hold on to the ball there in the last minutes of extra time. And you're still Barcelona. Looks like, yes, it's all down right there. And reality is coming to check that, yes, it might be.
Where is our unsung hero?
Femi Lopez with the ball, cut inward with the ball.
Cross it in now.
Yes, Barcelona looks for a cross into the balls. Inter Milan has all the answers to that cross. And it's 2 more minutes, 2 minutes additional time by the fourth official. And Barcelona has 2 more minutes to look and find that equalizer in this encounter. What a game at San Siro. Barcelona with the ball. Lamine Yamal with the cross inward. And Inter Milan keeps on defending.
These guys just
blocking everything.
They're just everywhere.
And here's Lamine Yamal with the ball. Takes the throw in for Barcelona. And we'll move forward there. One of the last attack for Barcelona in this game. In the box there with a beat.
Oh my God.
What a save there from the Inter Milan defender. And you can see what it means to the Inter Milan players there. Beautiful save. Beautiful moment there.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Araujo was almost getting that. And that's what you'll have expected from Araujo for that goal scored by, what's it called?
Exactly.
Who scored Akabi in the dying embers of that game. And that is the defender there, Inter Milan defender. You can see the ultras on their full stretch there. We are straight into the last minute. It's always a minimum time, not a maximum time. And it's just like, yes, this Inter Milan will be marching through to the final.
It's an infringement
of this UEFA Champions League. What a game we've had.
Oh Lord, what a game.
What a game of football.
It's looking like
looks like, yes, reality is coming to check for
Barcelona.
Looking like they'll still wait for that final. They've eluded them since
looking like 2010 again. 2010 when Barca lost to Inter at this particular stage.
And they went on to win that. Inter went on to win it. I remember Samuel Eto'o led the Inter. Was Niger.
It was Jose Mourinho led the team, and this one is Inzaghi. And
straight into the additional time. We've seen 2 minutes additional time played already, and it seems this is how this game is going to end. And the Inter Milan players and the Ultras are waiting for the final whistle. This should be one of the last kicks of this encounter.
And
waiting for it. Yes, that game between Inter Milan and Barcelona. Inter currently lead 4-3. And as the final whistle blows, Inter Milan players collapse in joy. San Siro erupts. Barcelona players in disbelief. Full time at San Siro, and what a night it has been. A match that twisted, torn and tore through every script, end with Inter Milan standing tall, 4-3 the final score, a battle for the ages, a war of wheels. Barcelona fought back from the edge, but Inter Milan refuses to bow. Lautaro led the midfield battle, the fans roared, and in the end, the Blues and Black marched to Munich. For Barcelona, it's heartbreak. For Inter Milan, it's history. This is what the UEFA Champions League is all about. Nights that leaves you breathless, moments that lives forever. And it's Inter Milan 4, Barcelona 3, 7-6 on aggregate. Inter Milan are going to Munich for the final of the UEFA Champions League. What a game and what a night of football, Doc.
Yeah, what a night of football. Well, one side had to win, one side lose. Barca had the game in hand, just 3-4 minutes to go, and they bundled it. So, what do we have to say? If that kind of error could happen at that level of football, then anything can happen. So, yeah, good one for Inter. Congratulations. They go on to the final, and I think they will likely win it.
Okay, yeah, so that's about how much you can take on Premier Sport Fan Center. We come your way again tomorrow for another interesting tie between Arsenal and PSG. It's bye for now.